Hello, everyone, and welcome to Podcast Ultimate. We're here at episode 3. This is our monthly podcast talking all things Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in our lead up to its launch. We're getting closer, guys. It's exciting.
We're so close.
We're so close. I'm joined
3 months.
by the usual guys, Alex O'Neill,
It's me.
Scott White,
It's
and
me.
This time we are joined by a special guest. Very special, Blessing Adeoye from OKBeast.com.
It me. Smash that like button, bros.
That was
For
good.
smashing it.
Yeah. Get smashed.
Smashing it.
Shout out
Get
to
smashed.
Mike.
Holy crap,
You
guys.
crushed that pronunciation first try. I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever heard you say his last
killed it.
name before.
You know what? I wasn't even paying attention to my last name because I was so focused on how many times he was going to call me special to a point where I was like, man, this could have like a. I don't know if he's saying. I don't know if he's saying.
I should have
something.
said it like 5 more times.
Very special.
Yeah,
The most special.
The most special. I was like,
The
man,
best special.
you sound like my
More
mother.
special than anyone.
The most
True.
Great guy.
beautiful. Blessed's like, I don't know if I want that impression to lead me in, actually.
That's
Oh
very
man, total
funny.
for Smash.
That's
That's what. That's
Oh
what.
boy. Oh, boy.
There are places I can take that, but
Not my
Oh,
69th character.
let me just
Yeah,
say
not my hashtag, not my Smash character. For sure on that one. So we compared to last month's episode where we had that big, meaty, juicy direct just to focus on. We still have a lot of news, but it's just was all over kind of. We had a direct last week. We had some stuff at Gamescom before that, and we played it at PAX. Very little of it, quote unquote. So we'll get into that. But first, I wanted to start with you, Blessing. I just want to get a hype check. All the stuff that's been announced, like back at E3 for Smash Ultimate, like the direct, like where's your hype levels at? Like, what are the things you've seen so far from the game that make you like the most excited?
man, I mean, my hype is probably at a 10 at this point. Like,
I feel you.
I feel like
Same.
with each showing, they up the ante just a bit.
Mhm.
Like from the reveal where they're doing like the Splatoon 2 thing, and they're like, oh yeah, here's the Inklings playing around, and then you know they did the reveal with the Smash Ball and the eye, and it was
Yeah,
fire, and
flaming.
then like Mario and Link look like they're about to tear those two apart.
I want to say, like,
Um,
also shout out to, I don't know which one of you guys did it, but you photoshopped that like symbol of the Smash logo in the Inkling's
Oh,
eye
yeah.
with the OK Beast logo. It's
No, yeah,
fucking
that was
so
me first,
funny.
and Alex went and polished it up. But yeah, like
Nice.
legit, that gave me so much life because Smash
Yeah.
Brothers is one of my favorite franchises, probably top 3 game franchises for me. And
Mhm.
that reveal had me super hyped. The direct, the E3 direct, I mean, tripled my hype level because the thing was like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, I don't know if I want a remaster or a new game, because if they do a remaster, that means that we can get the clouds and the reuse and all those. But a new game would be a new game. And at E3, they're like, yo, we're doing a new
sure.
game and we're getting all the characters you loved, which blew my mind.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It's not
Everybody
expecting
is
that
here.
at all.
900 soundtrack.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy the way they went about that, because I'm sure you guys have already talked about it, but like the whole lead up to like, oh yeah, we're gonna number them. And here's Mario. Here's this person. Here's this person.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, here's Snake. And you're like, Snake's back. Here's Icebreaker, or no, Ice Climber.
Climbers.
Yeah, I was like, Ice Climber's there, man. And they're like, and I think it was the moment where they showed Snake, where like your mind's blown, and then they were like, everyone is here. Then I was like,
Yeah.
everyone. Then they were like, yeah, everyone. Then they showed like Young Link and Toon Link, and I was like, wow,
Pichu.
yeah, everyone. They're like, here's Pichu, and I'm like, what, Pichu? And Sakurai slaps me in the face. He's like, yeah, Pichu.
Take it,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
Legit, this
We
game is.
didn't want to put him in, but we're putting him in.
I'm putting him in. This game has been like a dream video game for me, and like I made a tweet after the recent Smash Focus Direct, where I was like, yeah, this is already my favorite game of all time, and I still hold true to that. Like, there is nothing more you can show me, unless like the only thing you can show me left is a story mode that's akin to Subspace and Mystery, which we might get,
Mhm.
judging from this mystery mode that they're showing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But even if it's not that, like, I'm still satisfied. Like, I'm laying on the bed happy, and so
I want to say, because like we've gotten so many amazing trailers for this. Like for
Yeah.
me, I know like the K. Rool trailer is like super good for you, Mike. And I know, like, I'm pretty sure Blessing, you were like all about that too.
Oh yeah, I was super about that.
Yep.
And the
Extremely good.
the Belmont trailer obviously like really got me, but I
Yeah.
think the best Smash Brothers trailer there has ever been is the Everybody Is Here trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
For
just
sure.
I don't know. Mega Man reveal trailer.
Mega Man was good, but
That was.
it's
I don't know, man. Wii Fit trainer.
the Wii
That was
Fit
random.
trailer was fucking good though. But it's just like this weird, like anyone that has loved or liked Smash Brothers at any point in time, like could connect and resonate with some part of that trailer.
Yeah.
And it's just like you said, it's the number thing, and they say like the number indicates when they first appear in the series. And it's just like this weird red herring to let you know that everyone is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this earlier today. Like, man, just this whole season of Smash Brothers reveals has been. It must be like Christmas all year for Sakurai because he gets to just like play with people. And so like with the Splatoon thing, right? Like they show Splatoon, you're like, maybe this is Smash, but I don't know. Maybe it's more DLC or whatever. And then it gets to Smash, and you're like, oh, Smash. And then like, of course, the E3 thing where they reveal everyone is here, and then the Luigi's Mansion thing where you're like, oh man, is this new? Oh, I guess you wouldn't think it's new Luigi's Mansion, but you're still like, during the whole Luigi tiptoeing around, you're like, oh, what's this? And then they get to show Simon, and then there's the thing we're probably gonna talk about later, with the reveal of the new character, where like. You're like, oh, it's just a new game, and they're like, no, it's in Smash, and it's like, oh, what? You get like that can happen literally anywhere at any time, and Sakurai just gets to play with people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He has all that power.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree with you going back to that everyone is here character trailer, because it's not only just like a bait and switch like you said of all the other trailers, but it's like so emotional at the same time.
Yeah.
You just kind of start it and you're just like you watch and you're like, okay, that's a really good good looking
'cause
battlefield. That's a
you're
really
in
good looking
detective
Mario.
mode. Like you're in super detective mode, being like,
You wanna see
okay,
everything.
are my mains here? Like are the characters I care about here? And then like they show you Ice Climbers, and they show you like Roy and Ike, and you're like, okay, good, he's here. Okay, cool. Who else is here? And like you're like on like 10 as far as like attention span. You're like, okay, show me. And then when they get to the point where they're like, everyone is here, you still don't believe it until they show you that everyone
Yeah, I
is
need
here.
to see every single one.
Yeah.
Because I want to say they even showed, like, before they even showed everyone here, they showed like characters that have order, and I want to say they showed some character before that, like if you actually pay attention to like the numbering of it, like what some character was like some like 50 or like almost 60 something.
Yeah.
Like they
And, like,
had Cloud and Ryu in there.
Yeah, like looking back, you like when you're first trying to find everything, you're gonna overlook that, but then if somebody noticed that, you're like, wait, what 68? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, like it was also when they showed like Cloud and Ryu, I was like, oh man, they got them back. That's awesome. They're doing the thing. But yeah, I was not expecting freaking young Link standing next to Toon Link standing next to Breath of the Wild Link. Like, what is that?
All the links.
All the links.
Yeah,
But
that's all the links hanging out there.
it was like even like seeing Pichu and seeing like Mewtwo and all that. It's like flashing me back to playing Melee with my brothers, and then like they show in that trailer. I think they show one of like the original N64 levels. And I'm like flashing back to playing that like with my cousins, and all of everything is just like and. The way that they reveal some of those characters or their poses like reminds me of that first Brawl Unveil trailer, and it really it's like bringing me back to all these moments where I've been like so excited because Smash Brothers is just inherently exciting, and it touches on all those emotions while bringing something new, while looking new, and it's just great. It's perfect. It's such a good trailer.
I totally felt that, like just the inherent it was that thing of I didn't realize how much I wanted some of those classic stages back again, because like I was so like I enjoyed the Wii U game. I didn't play it as much as I ended up thinking I would, but having all those new stages was still fun. But now like just seeing that direct where it's like 103 stages and all of them are like these completely like redone versions of like classic stages you remember from like Melee and all that stuff. And you're just like,
it's the fact that like they had the sanity and like the understanding to be like, yo, we're remaking like all like the Melee stages and the Brawl stages, but for the N64 stages, we're keeping the polygon forms. Like that requires such like understanding, because it makes sense and it keeps the nostalgia of like Saffron City. And
Saffron looks so good.
It looks so good. It's that same
nostalgic,
but in HD. Like it's beautiful.
Seeing the little 2D sprite of a Charmander coming out of the building still.
It's so good. It's just
Very good.
it's exactly what you want that stage to be in the Ultimate Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
That's so true.
Please don't
we'll
delay
have
this
to.
game, Nintendo. I can't emotionally handle it at this point.
So, I would say you can obviously tell all of our hype levels are probably at 10. We can't. This game is going to be so incredible.
yeah.
But let's move on to.
So good.
Yes, there was a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of bits and pieces of news that were kind of coming out of everywhere over like the past month since the last episode. I think we'll start with the biggest thing, which was just last week on the 13th was a full-on Nintendo Direct. It was more like Nintendo focused. It wasn't Smash focused, but of course, everyone figured they're gonna end a Direct. They have a Smash game coming up in 3 months. They're gonna end this.
They need to talk about the biggest title of the year, right?
Yeah,
like
they're gonna talk about it in some way. And the biggest thing we got was a new character reveal, a new character trailer at the end for Isabelle from Animal Crossing New Leaf. I would say if there was an award for cutest Smash Brothers trailer of all time, that one wins hands down.
We should do awards at the end. We should give out
I
fun
agree.
awards.
We should definitely we should give award rank the Smash Ultimate trailers.
Most brutal death in a Smash trailer.
Most grotesque murder of a Mario brother.
Yeah. But yeah, they showed Isabelle. They had the bait and switch again for a trailer where it fades up and it's just Isabelle in her mayor office, and you're just like, oh, hold on, Animal Crossing, sweet. And then you see her walking around, and then it takes 15 seconds, and then you see the little not actual gameplay like fade up on the screen. You're just like, oh, okay,
something's off here.
Oh, yeah.
And then she starts talking, and then brings up, I'm sure he's busy with Campsite and Smash, and as soon as she said Smash, you're like, okay,
here she comes. This is a trailer. Yeah,
here she comes.
I was streaming the live reaction, watching the Direct over on the IP's Twitch channel, and right about when she mentioned Smash and how the mayor was busy and everything, it's like, oh, this is a Smash trailer.
I knew right away in my heart. I was like, this is a Smash trailer.
And
I was like, it'd be really fucked up if they don't announce a new Animal Crossing game at the end of this, but they did. So
as soon as because I had a group chat with the OKB's guys, and as soon as it was revealed there was a Smash trailer, Alex is like, no, like Alex Van Eyck, and he's like, no, how can they do this? And I'm like, Alex, trust me, we're good.
Don't worry,
they said right beforehand,
we'll do wrong.
They said right beforehand, wait till the end.
Yeah.
And so we know what we're getting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was such a great way to reveal it.
Yeah, seriously. And so the thing with Isabelle is, I think from a first impression of that trailer, people thought she was an Echo Fighter, but it very quickly found out she is not actually an Echo Fighter. She's a new fighter. If you go to the Smash website, she's number 68. She's after, I think, King Gabriel 67, I think. So she's 68. She's a new character. She's more like a semi half clone. So she's kind of like, if you like Fox and Falco are kind of one in each other. So she's more of like the Falco equivalent to Villager. So she has you can see in the trailer and on the Smash website, they do like a little 30-second kind of character video. You can see in those she only has a few crossover moves. The main one was she has the pocket like the Villager, like the pocketing items and projectiles move. She has that. She has his same kind of grab where she also uses the bug net to grab people and throw them. A lot of people were thinking it was a fishing rod, but her fishing rod is actually I think it's her side special or something.
Yeah, it looks like her side special.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what people pulled out. And then her final smash is also the same, but instead of building a house, Tom Nook building a house and it blowing up, they build a mayor building from New Leaf, and then it blows up.
Still looks great though.
Yes.
Domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
Tom Nook
cleaning up, getting
cleaning up the village. Yeah, I don't know. Isabelle looks great. It was one of those things this is probably my least excited announcement for Smash Brothers, but I'm still excited nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I guess I don't have. I used to really love Animal Crossing. I don't have the affinity I had for it for a long time anymore. I'm excited about a new one. Obviously, we have a lot to wait for that. But as far as Animal Crossing characters go, she's the only one that makes sense outside of Tom Nook himself.
Yeah.
But he's off building houses.
I was gonna say, not gonna lie. When the trailer ends, then it fades back up to Tom Nook on the computer. for a split second, I had a hope and I had a dream. It was like Tom Nook was going to be another character in the game. I was just like, don't do this to me, Sakurai. Don't put both these characters in this game. That ended up being the Animal Crossing, which is still a very good thing.
I would have liked if Tom Nook was maybe an echo character of Isabelle, possibly. Like, I think my biggest problem with Isabelle is that she's not an echo character of Villager, and that she's like another. It's a very arbitrary problem to have, and it's like kind of spoiled a little bit. But like the fact that she's like another space, taken.
I felt that. Yeah, I felt the same.
Yeah, because I wish like Smash 4 had like Mega Man and Ryu and Pac-Man and like who's the other one? Cloud. Bayonetta. And like I felt like they were like really cool, over the top, like, oh wow, you got this person. And like Isabelle to me felt like another like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Like it almost felt like another Fire Emblem character, even though this one's the second Animal Crossing character in this game. But I mean, but I can't really complain though, because I feel like I've already gotten so much that it feels bad to even be like,
look at it and it's like, oh, she's character number 68 in this video game.
Exactly.
Darn, it's like, I totally
like, I got Ridley, like, what more do I want?
Yeah,
I definitely feel the same way as you do, Blessing, regarding Isabella. And kind of along those same lines when bringing up like Ryu and Cloud and Mega Man and everything. I feel as awesome as it is, to me anyway, to have everyone back, there hasn't been that holy crap, how is this even possible character announced for Smash Ultimate that we just seem to have in spades with Smash 4.
Yeah, like Simon is like close, but
Simon's close and K. Rool is close. I think
I would
too.
I would say
even Ridley's close.
Yeah, I would say like those three are probably like the closest it's come.
They're
I would
not
say also like
quite there. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and I would also say like the Smash 4 characters, like a lot of ones weren't necessarily also like in the game when they first came out, like Cloud and Ryu and Bayonetta and stuff were all DLC characters, so like there's still many opportunities for that. And for just those three characters and like the big icons like Mega Man and stuff, just for the same as those characters, there's also like in Smash 4 there was like Greninja and Rosalina and Luma. So like I could totally I see what you're saying, but I still see like I'm sure there will be.
I will say, I kind of want my Wii Fit trainer. Like, I want that kind of like weird
out there. Totally,
Mr. Game and Watch level announcement, and I want that to
Rob,
be like a Rob.
We haven't had a Rob character announced yet.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for that because I really do want them to bust out like, yo, here, like Paper Mario, I feel like would be that, right? Or like even the one I've been waiting for, and the one that I really want is Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. I feel like that would be
really cool.
Yeah, like that would be the one where I'm like, oh snap, like this is awesome. Like somebody who's like kind of has that legacy because he's old enough that you're like, oh man, they went back and they dug deep for this one. I kind of want that.
Yeah, I think there's. We're in a weird space too because like we've gotten so much before release that it's almost impossible to start thinking about post-release, like post-launch. What is the support for this game?
What are they even gonna do?
But you think about like the Switch is like continuing to do very well, and the way that they are like setting up this game and the way they've titled it, like it very much indicates like this is a game that we want to support post-launch. That's the feeling I get. Plus, like they launched their online service just this week, like leading up to Smash. And I don't know. I feel like we will see probably a good amount of DLC for this. I would say at least a little bit more than the Wii U version.
Agreed.
Version.
I mean, Switch just prints money. Like, really, I don't think Nintendo hasn't seen something print money like the Switch since like the Wii.
Yeah,
you know,
and they're not
the Wii or the DS, so they aren't going to be dropping this.
I just like. You think about like Cloud was a DLC character for Wii U, and he's like maybe the most buck wild kid. The fact that like there's a shot of like Isabelle and Cloud right next to each other in that fucking Smash art is still the craziest shit.
He looks like he's defending her also, which is even funny.
It's just
he's like shooting off a popper and he's like standing in front with his sword ready to go. It's like, all right.
Unbelievable because up until like next year, like they just announced like Final Fantasy VII has still never been on a Nintendo console, and now it's like just coming to it. It was like at the time in like 2016 or whatever, it was fucking crazy.
Can you imagine if you took like the promotional material or like that big poster for Smash Ultimate and show it to someone like 10 years ago.
Show it to like to the guy who's unlocking characters in Melee and be like, no, this is what your future holds.
No,
this is what you had to look forward to.
The Smash Ultimate, I remember like before Brawl came out, like the lead up to Brawl, and seeing like fake leaks of like this is the Smash Brothers roster, and like those fake leaks are like nothing compared to the actual real life we're living right now. With the current Smash Ultimate roster, like that roster looks like a dream roster created from back in the day.
Except both have King K. Rool in it. Always. They always have K. Rool in it.
Yeah, they do. King K. Rool lives through everything.
Yeah, K. Rool and Ridley were always like in any fake
even
Smash
Simon and like the only thing Ultimate is missing really is it's missing Goku and Sora. There's the only two that like
I'll take one of those characters and it's Sora. I'm fine with Sora.
Yeah.
Goku doesn't.
Give me Goku, man. He's an iconic video game character.
I'm with Mike. No Goku. All
Dragon Ball Z, Budokai 1 through 3, Tenkaichi 1 through 3, Raging Blast, Burst Limit.
You're gonna give Mike an A.
Xenoverse 1 and 2.
Look.
Dragon Ball Fighters, which is now on Switch.
You can list video games to me all you want. That doesn't automatically. I don't think that just checks them off a list. All of a sudden,
big video game character.
Listen, Blessing.
He's an iconic.
Ride or die, I'm with you.
We're divided here.
Yeah.
He's an iconic manga character.
Bandai Namco worked on this game. They deserve this, dang it.
I would. How would you feel about Goku being like DLC character?
I would love it.
Like, would that make it better?
No. I'm sorry. Like, I like Dragon Ball Z. I like Dragon Ball. I grew up watching that, but I don't think Goku belongs in this game.
What about Kid Goku?
No
Goku.
No Goku. What about Goku
I am
Black?
100% with you, Mike.
I like Dragon Ball Z. I like Dragon Ball. I grew up watching them. I love the series. But just the thing I like about Smash so much is that it's
exclusive.
Like, yeah, it's somewhat that, but it's also more like with now Smash 4 and now this one, it's more and more about preserving like the legacy of games. And like, I think just Goku feels like that character, like if he were to be put in this game, it would tarnish that a little bit in terms of he's just getting in because like so many people are like making a bunch of internet memes and jokes about being like Goku, put Goku in. Like I just think that would tarnish that a little bit because I like even with like the Buck Wild characters we've all like thrown out, they all have like a legacy and they come from video games.
Right.
Like even though like you can say like Cloud's like a crazy inclusion, Snake's a crazy inclusion, they're not like considered Nintendo characters, they still, if their franchises, both their franchises have legacy with Nintendo. Like Final Fantasy started on Nintendo. Final Fantasy started on Nintendo, even Metal Gear started on Nintendo. Like they like in some ways you can look back at the lineage and like see still how like okay, these characters can make it over because like they wouldn't really be the iconic characters they are if they didn't start on a Nintendo console. And like Goku is like 100% like not that. Like, he's an iconic character. He's cool, but like he started as a manga
and we
have
an
anime character. Like I just don't think he should be in the game.
I don't view Goku as a game character. He's an anime character in video game. Like he has a bunch of games he's in, but first and foremost, I view Goku and the entire like cast of Dragon Ball and like Naruto for people that want Naruto. I view them as anime characters. And like Mike was saying, I view Smash as like a celebration of first and foremost video game characters.
I'll say this because I totally see where you're coming from. My thing, two things. I bet Sakurai feels a lot of the same of what you feel about this, Mike. Just like the way he treats character announcements and reveals and everything about it.
Like,
so I would bet like
any like respect. It's like it's not only just like the way he reveals stuff. It's also like his clear respect for like the legacy of all of this stuff.
Beyond
too.
Respect, like reverence for it. Too.
Yes, reverence too, for sure.
But also like I also understand where you come from in the concern that it could feel like the floodgates are opening with that. Like it could feel like we're broadening this to something.
It's like, what is Smash?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Like, it kind of, I feel like it'll lose a little. Like if Goku's in, like at the end of the day, whatever, I'm still gonna buy this game day one and play the shit out of it. Yeah. But like, it would still feel a little tarnished to me just to see like Goku be in the game, and also like when I sit here and think about it, like I also don't think they could make. I don't think they could, and compared to like other video game characters that they've already put in, I don't think they could do Goku justice in Smash. In terms of like how they have to balance him around like fighting other characters. Like they can't make him like this crazy like super powerful character that he actually is, like you see in the manga anime. Like I don't think they could.
You think Mario can't take Goku?
Yeah, I think Mario could kick Goku in the nuts.
I think Mario could take Goku.
No, my thing is, I feel like Goku would just be really fun to play.
He has enough fighting games. Play Dragon Ball Fighters. There.
I don't think he would be. That's what I'm saying. I think in a Smash Bros. Context, I don't think he would be a fun character to use. Because like his most iconic move, a Kamehameha, like they couldn't really make that like not like it'd either be like super broken or like super bad. Like I don't think they could find like a middle ground because like, you'd have to make it like some kind of gimped laser beam that like covers part of the stage, or like some gigantic thing that like goes flying off the stage.
I don't think they would do that. It stops at the first person it hits.
Yeah, I imagine it like an arrow where it stops at the first person it hits too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
Like
I could see it being like the charged Hadoken, like the fire, that Ryu has, where it might get multiple hits if you charge up longer, and maybe have it be kind of like Samus's charge. You can charge it longer.
We'll save this for our group character pitch at the very end of Podcast Ultimate.
We're getting way off.
What we're saying here is that
Goku shouldn't be in this match.
Right. Yusuke Urameshi should be.
Urameshi. Shout to you. Put in Rurouni Kenshin, you cowards.
Yeah. It's all about Spike Spiegel, man.
I don't know if you guys have talked about this before, but during my childhood, I played this game called Super Smash Flash.
We haven't talked about your childhood at all, actually.
Oh man, no, Super Smash Flash 2, the beta, was a Flash game that was basically Super Smash Brothers, but it included like literally everybody on the planet, and so like it would have Sora and Ichigo and Naruto.
I do remember this, yeah.
And I played the hell out of it. And I mean that if you want to play Goku in Smash, that's your resource right there. It's still I'm pretty sure it's still available. Super Smash Flash 2, and it was really fun.
Card Saga Wars.
Yeah, there's also Project M, which is a very popular mod from Brawl. Like a lot of people have like made mods for that have made like they've made like Waluigi playable, Skull Kid, like Goku. Like I've seen a bunch of like mods made for that. And like they're cool.
One of my friends,
they're mods, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah,
I don't need the actual. I guess edit here and move on. Goku just doesn't need to be in Smash.
One of my friends is a competitor in Project M. He competes.
Yeah. Oh wow,
nice.
Smash.
I like.
He's a friend of Pete's, Alex.
Okay.
He's Miles Soul Harath.
Does he play like professional Smash at all in general? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. I'll say this, Mike. Before we move on, we've never really sat down and talked about it. I do really appreciate your perspective on it. I understand where you're coming from a lot better now.
Thank you. I know, because like most of the time it just came up in a joking manner, and I knew like the conversations was going to come up.
I want you to understand.
I totally understand it too.
Yeah.
Like, when I would feel kind of the same way also. I probably do feel more. I am more on your side.
Yeah.
Than on my own side.
Yeah, I agree.
Just as somebody who like as a 6-year-old playing Smash who wanted this, I think that's more so where I'm coming from.
Yeah, and I totally get it. Like to have this reverence for a character and also have this game series that's about representing characters in such amazing ways. Like I get where that comes from of like wanting to see all your favorite characters in this game, like seeing like anybody who like pitches like any kind of anime character. Like I think like there is definitely overlap in those and like the Smash and like some Nintendo fandoms and like the anime fandoms in some ways. So I totally get it. Yeah. That's just how I feel about specifically like Goku anime characters in general. Like not that I don't think they're iconic and not that I don't think they're super popular. I just don't think their place is here in this game.
Yeah. So basically, what we're saying is Tommy from Rugrats for Smash.
Bring in Shrek
Phantom
and Boots
or bust. But no, I understand. I just want you to know when I pitch Goku, I just think it would be fun. It's not that I'm trying to ruin your legacy.
You're trying to ruin my legacy by pitching Goku.
I'm trying to satisfy my inner 6-year-old.
Goku's in so many crossovers already.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got Jump Force
coming out this year.
Go play some Jump Force.
Jump Force is not out until 2019.
Go watch
Smash
weird
Brothers
Goku in Jump Force with his weird hair and eyebrows.
Weird hair, and then
also Yugi is in that game.
Yeah,
go play as Goku and punch Dark Magician in the face if you want, and
punch
Jump
Yugi
Force
in the face
in 2019.
To be fair,
talking about
Yugi,
you revealed my
trap
trap card. All right, you revealed my fist. Goku.
magical hats.
So I guess a couple. We'll switch back to Isabelle in the direct.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about Isabelle in the direct. She's a new character. She's number 68. She's looks fun. She's very cute. There's a couple funny things I saw kind of pointed out in general, like on the internet and places. One is that she didn't get hit at all in her trailer compared to other characters. So that was fun. Like they kept her cuteness and I guess her
she's pure,
being safe. She's pure. Another thing I just like to point out for my own sake, so I can point out that I'm not the insane person whenever I made this claim. This was the first time they announced a new character alongside a new game announcement, like in ties with Smash in a new game. Like this was the first time they showed Isabelle as a Smash character, and then it cut right into that Animal Crossing reveal. This is the first time they've ever done that, actually, like in a Smash related or new Nintendo related thing.
Wait, I just like ever.
Yes, like ever.
Interesting. I never realized that. I thought that would have been like a thing they would have done before.
Didn't they do that with Roy though, with Melee, because his game wasn't out yet, and they added him to
go like trailer wise, like promotional material.
But no, like as in like they didn't promote it in a way that like they tied in together. Because like the closest things they've done is like for like the pick of the days and the Smash Dojo updates, they usually tie those to dates. Like for instance, I think they've like every time they've revealed like Ness or Rob, it's been some anniversary of a game or their releases. But like in terms of like here's like a new Smash character alongside a new game announcement, this is like the first time they've ever done it. Like in terms of that, like the closest they've come is like we talked about earlier was like they showed Splatoon 2 Octo expansion, then they went into like a Splatoon trailer that showed Smash, but like they weren't directly tied. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just like, oh, this is going into this trailer and they're referencing like things that were happening in it. It was just kind of like announcement to next announcement.
Yeah,
and they've always, or it's either like something kind of like that, like that's the closest thing, or they're like just one off, like here's a Smash trailer, go.
And I bet like. I know it's not actual gameplay footage, but I would bet that Animal Crossing on Switch looks a good deal like what those trailer looked like.
The not game footage.
Yeah. It could have been like prototype footage or like that prototype engine that they were building that trailer off of.
I totally think.
And that's really cool. Like you said, like it makes everything feel kind of fluid. The way that they went from the Splatoon announcement to the Smash announcement, and like how they're kind of weaving in and out of their franchises. It's really cool.
Yeah, like it totally makes sense for them to announce stuff like that, but it was just that realization of like I feel like every time somebody makes a prediction of like, oh, they're either gonna show this new game off and then they're gonna reveal a Smash character or like vice versa, like anyway, like that's like such an obvious like thing to make. But then I was kind of like thinking about it recently, because like so many people make that prediction, and then I was like kind of like looking back at when they've announced stuff, and it was like there's never been something that's like they're like directly tied like this, where it literally goes from the end of that trailer and transitions into Tom Nook watching that trailer and being like, oh, like, you know, there's never actually been like a direct tie like that. So I just thought that was cool to point out.
It's really cool. It's makes sense that like Smash Brothers is now this tentpole franchise for Nintendo that is also just so intimately connected to their other tentpole franchises.
Yeah. And they can promote Smash to promote other video games, and like they're finally using that power.
Yeah,
because Smash alone is its own like
it's a
franchise
pool, man.
Itself.
It's just a big pool of hype. They're just letting you drink from it.
So that was basically like I think the main big thing that came out of the direct in terms of Smash news. There was like one other thing that they showed. They actually showed it right before they introduced the Isabelle stuff, and that was the Switch Smash Bros. Ultimate Bundle. So it's the Nintendo Switch Smash Bundle. It has like the dock itself has like the art that's like in the big all character poster, but it's like just the original 8 characters from the original Smash
Super
on
cool.
the dock, and then the Joy. That's cool, but the Joy-Cons are just with like the 2 lines in it. It's just like, oh, come on, guys.
That I don't know if it's the left or right Joy-Con. I think it's the right Joy-Con. Looks kind of sad.
Like,
it's just a line on the bottom. See, this is what I was thinking. Like after the fact that it would immediately make it cooler, and like why they didn't do this is weird. Is just make, instead of it being like the base gray Joy-Con color, just make them black. Like the actual Smash logo, like in Ultimate, is like they use a lot of like stark black and whites. So why don't they just make the Joy-Cons black with like the slashes through it? That was like that would immediately be like oh, this is kind of dumb, to like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, yeah, it's like simplest thing they could have done. But like it's fine. Like, go ahead, Scott.
No, I was gonna say it feels kind of lazy to me. Yeah. Like, especially the Joy-Con, like the art on the dock and stuff is pretty cool. But like that's black and white as well. But yeah, the Joy-Con definitely could have afforded to be a little bit more pizzazzy.
I think their mind with it, and like this is kind of how I saw it at first, was like, oh, it's minimalistic. It's like it has that style without being like overcomplicated. And that was like the first place my mind went. And then like I think it was like one person or maybe a couple people said like, man, that right Joy-Con though, and I looked at it, I was like, yeah, man, if you lose your left Joy-Con and you just have that right Joy-Con alone, that thing looks sad.
It's a like weird line on it.
I'm not a huge fan of like weird branded consoles. It's why like a lot of people, I got my PS4 Pro the week that God of War came out, and a lot of people are like, well, why didn't you get the God of War PS4 Pro? And I'm like, I think it looks dumb.
I agree with that.
I just got the plain white one, which I like. I just like the kind of simplistic console style. So I, as someone who is not into that kind of bundle, like I really like the Smash one. I really want it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
No, because here's the thing about Smash is that like the dock looks dope because even separated from Smash, it's still cool. Like it's still a Nintendo branded thing. And so like you have Donkey Kong and Pikachu and Samus and Link and Mario on there, and it's like, oh yeah, like you don't even have to like Smash to be like, yeah, this dock is awesome. You just have to love Nintendo.
Yeah, and when you have the Switch by itself, I like that it just kind of looks like a Switch, but like like the little flair there is just for you. I'm into that, so I like this a lot.
Sure. The other weird tidbit about it is it comes out November 2nd, and it also comes with a full game download. So, but they have clarified that it is like a full game download. Yeah, it's a code for like when the game comes out on the 7th, so it's not like you're getting the game a month early. It's just,
it was super suspicious.
Smash Switch.
I thought they were gonna move up the release date, and I got like way too excited.
I know. I was super confused too. I was like, am I about to drop $300 on another Switch just to play Smash a month early? Because I fucking will. Me.
Imagine having that for Extra Life. Like it would make so much sense. Anyway.
For sure. I was about to be like, how dare you guys do this to me? Because I will do it.
I don't need a third Switch, but I'll do it.
Yeah. I would do it too.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I would do it.
We would all do it in a heartbeat.
We'd all pay extra $300 for Switch. Beautiful.
Just open it up, take the code, and then resell it or something.
Exactly.
But it's fine. Like I guess also like in some ways November 2nd is still weird, but like I could see the case for like putting it out before Black Friday to have like a Black Friday deal for sure. Like I'm sure they want that.
That's going to be big for Thanksgiving
because now they have.
I'm sad though for the kids that like their parents can be like, oh, you got Switch and Smash Brothers, and be like, oh, Smash Brothers, and they like try to use it, and they're like, I can't use this yet. Like that's gonna happen a lot.
Yeah, you're totally right.
But they'll deal. Like they got it. They just gotta wait a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
They get this cool Smash console dock. Like fuck them. All right.
It's totally gonna sell well because like it's like that and combined with the Pokemon bundle, which personally I think looks kind of better than the Smash one.
I like it.
If I had to pick one, I would pick that one.
I don't like the Pokemon.
Everybody on OKB's decides for me hates it because they're like, oh, the Eevee Joy-Con is doo-doo brown. And I'm like, yo, what you got against doo-doo? I like it.
You really got him on that one.
I was gonna say they really went right for that right there.
But I also really like Eevee.
Eevee's all right. I would have liked I would like because I think they're doing 2 different versions where it's like it's like the same still, like their same Joy-Cons and colors, but one comes with Let's Go Pikachu and the other one's Let's Go Eevee.
Yep.
I would have liked if they made it more singular. Like I would have gotten a Let's Go Pikachu one with like the I like
the blue and yellow N64, and you're like, what is this weird microphone game? Because I had that.
Scream at the Pikachu.
Hey, you Pikachu!
Wait, did you have the N64 that was like Pokemon modeled, where like Pikachu's foot was the reset button? Or whatever?
Dog, I did.
I didn't have that one. Yeah,
I love going to their house. I was like, oh man, let me see the N64. It's crazy.
I still have that controller.
Stadium.
So.
Wait, they had the controller? So the Hey You Pikachu controller?
Give me 1 second.
The headset.
Mike, say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna grab it. I was gonna say I didn't own that one, but I guess unrelated. I owned the green. I did get I guess make it Smash related. I did when I got my N64. I got the Donkey Kong 64 like see-through green one. That bundle that came with Donkey Kong 64 in the rumble pack. I got that one and like I got Smash 64. That was like my first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had a regular N64 with the purple see-through controller.
Nice, the Pokemon controller.
I got a yellow bag too.
My cousin had that.
Yeah,
dude,
it's a nice controller.
I remember that one.
What was sitting in my N64 next to it was this Blessing. So
nice.
Yeah, dude. Wait, hold on.
Oh, Blessing's got to get his.
Now he's gonna get his copy.
To be fair, like Donkey Kong 64 was the last time K. Rool appeared, and we gotta really give it the reference.
I mean, technically. It was the first time in like a big Donkey Kong game, but he has been in other games.
Okay.
He was in the one of the Mario baseball games. I think it was the one on the Wii.
Shit, really?
Yeah, you could unlock him as a playable character.
So great.
I'm put on your team. There was another, I think like one of like the weird offshoot either Donkey Kong games on, I think it was the Wii, also had K. Rool as like a final boss in it. Like it was like one of the weird, like it wasn't the one where you use the bongos, but it was like something like that where it was like it was like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat.
Oh yeah, Jungle Beat or Conga or whatever, one of those.
Oh, he was
one of those isn't actually like a bongo game.
Yeah, one of them wasn't, and he was like the final boss in that. I remember that.
That's awesome. I was hoping he would be a final boss in Tropical Freeze, but he's not.
Yeah, I heard. So this is somewhat related again. I saw a rumor going around that apparently Retro was going to put Donkey Kong. Look at the dong. I heard apparently there was a rumor going around that for the Switch port of Tropical Freeze, Retro wanted to do like an extra little thing that had K. Rool in it as a boss, but apparently like Sakurai jumped in and was like, actually, we want to be the ones to kind of reboot him and bring him back. So F you guys. So
that's nice. It's kind of like Kid Icarus.
That's a rumor I heard, but I don't know if that's actually that was. Just like
I want to believe that. Whether or not that's true, I'm going to choose.
That sounds wholesome.
Yeah.
So Sakurai's like these goddamn people on the internet have bugged me enough about putting K. Rool in this game. Let me do it.
Okay.
Like people at Retro are in the middle of making their game, and Sakurai's like, nah, bitches, step back,
shut it down.
This is my house. I am the captain.
Take him out.
There is a K. Rool Easter egg in Tropical Freeze, but it's like barely anything. So
there's also a Metroid Easter egg in there.
Someone only recently found that like a month or two ago. I remember seeing
with the re-release.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We gonna talk about this other controller bundle because I really like it.
Yes. Yeah. So another thing that came out of this, it wasn't in the direct, but like it was like news after because they started putting up like pre-orders for that Switch bundle and also the Smash Special Edition, which they announced a little while ago, but this pictures actually had the packaging for it. So like they showed the Pro controller, which I really like. The Pro controller. I actually have just a controller pre-ordered. So it's a Pro controller and like the little kind of like whatever you call the handles in the bottom are like white, and then there's a Smash logo kind of like in the center of the buttons. So I really like the look of that. So it comes with one of those, and it comes with like a steel case of Smash Ultimate, which I just got the controller because I personally don't really like steel cases.
Me either.
But it's an all black case and it has like the Flame Smash logo on it.
It's cool though.
Yeah, like that's cool that they are doing something like that. I'm sure there will be plenty of people that buy that. But there was something more interesting that came out of the picture of the actual box art for like the thing, because if you look at if you look at it, basically the front of it is like that big Smash mural, and it shows like the steel case and all that. But you can see one of the sides of the page, and it has like the character arts, like all like the character like models on it. But if you look, it go at the bottom of it in the last row, it goes all the way up to K. Rool. So it's following it like in a weird numbered order. Like people have been of course this came up, and like within like a few hours it was sleuthed by the internet like through and through. I saw like a million Game Explained videos, everything on Reddit, like all kinds of stuff. So basically how it goes is like it's kind of like wrapping it around in a circle. So people are thinking on like the top of the we're looking at it from kind of the front. We're seeing like I guess like the right side, because I'm like picturing in my mind, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I guess so. Yeah.
It's technically the left side, but the right side looking at it.
Yeah. The right side looking at it, because you see Luigi, Ness, and Captain Falcon, and like Peach and all them on one side. So the other side, on the other end, people are thinking that's like the original 8. So it goes like Mario, and that's how it's essentially numbered. Because how it wraps, essentially, that's how it like people have like not sussed out the numbered characters because they're all numbered. So it wraps around like that. Like you'll see, it goes all the way to K. Rool at the end, and then there's a spot technically there for 2 more characters that can fit at the bottom. So obviously this came out before Isabelle was officially shown in some ways. So obviously Isabelle would be slotted right after K. Rool, and people are thinking the theory is now, since she would be slotted in there essentially, but then would be pushed over, because how the numbering works out is there would be some character that would have to kind of be in the middle of the pack essentially, because of how the characters are numbered and ordered around the box.
Got it.
So people are thinking it's going to be like some kind of Echo character. Like I think the general consensus was Ken, because he made the most sense, like in a numbered order, and like he would fit in as an Echo character. So like people are thinking it was Ken, would fit in on the other side, because there would be an open slot on the other side, and then Isabelle would be slotted in next to K. Rool, and then there would be one more character, so it'd be a new character. So it'd either be a new character or like another character slotted in somewhere after that fact. So like people are thinking there's only, people have theorized that there might potentially only be 2 more characters to reveal, if that.
I would bring it up to 70.
Yeah, I'd bring it up to 70 flat. So it's very interesting theory, and like considering like people like
game theory.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
Thanks for watching.
I love the internet so much.
Yes. when they come together for something like this, but it's also like there's definitely factors that point it's not 100% foolproof, because like there could totally be characters like pictured like that on the back of the box too, and they could be numbered and like thrown on there in a different way. So it was definitely like an interesting, like when I saw people pointing that out, I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's it's that thing of like, sure, it could be 2 more characters, and like in some weird ways I'd be okay with that, because that still doesn't count any DLC content and other stuff like that.
And we gotta unlock a lot of these characters, guys. Like it's gonna take some time.
Yeah, totally.
I'm curious. I want to bring this
78 up. Days. We only have 78 days.
That's like,
dude,
that's exciting. I'm curious where you guys are at, because I know you brought this up multiple times, Scott, and I'm kind of with you on this now. If we were to get a Street Fighter Echo, do we want Ken or do we want Akuma?
Akuma.
I would go Akuma.
I would say
Akuma.
I think Ken makes sense for how iconic the Ken and Ryu duo is.
Yeah.
I think Ken is way more iconic and well known than Ryu. I mean, not Ryu, than Akuma. But Akuma's just cooler.
Akuma's way cooler.
I can see Ken being an alternate outfit for Ryu.
Yeah.
And then an Echo being Akuma, because Akuma has very similar like moves to like Ryu and Ken, but he does have things like that only he can do.
Yeah,
he's got and stuff like that.
He's got Ike's up special, right? Yeah. Blessing.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Ike's up special. Every Echo's character should have Ike's up special. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty good.
Which now I might need to change my character pitch.
He pulls out like a purple. He does like a Hadoken motion, but makes like a big sword.
And sword does like this.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Scott. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just really wanted to get that joke in there.
But also like Akuma. Akuma was in Tekken, this latest Tekken 7. And if Namco is in a place where they're like, or was it Namco that is Tekken?
Yeah, Bandai.
Yeah. If they're in a place where they're like, yeah, we want to put Akuma as a guest character in more games, and they want like people to kind of have more eyes on Akuma, I feel like it makes sense to put Akuma in this game since they're putting him in.
Just think about how cool his final smash would be, like where he puts it aside and goes up, grabs someone, does all the things. Yeah.
It would just it would fit in so well with they're making Final Smashes so much more cinematic, so obviously that's like a way more cinematic Final Smash for sure. And also like they've made emphasis on adding like villain characters, at least I guess like they've added two of the more like bigger villains and recent, and like in terms of like Nintendo's like big franchises like with Ridley and K. Rool.
Yeah,
it's like it would be cool to get like another sort of villain-esque character in Smash in Akuma. I agree. Like Akuma would also be my pick over Ryu or Ken.
Yeah, because that was your theory with it, Scott, was that Akuma would just make sense as the villain character. So
plus I mean, my biggest thing is he has moves that could be unique to him, and they seem to be doing a lot with the alternate outfits, like going so far as to completely change models and things in this game. So I feel like Ken would make more sense as just like an alternate outfit for Ryu, as opposed to a full new fighter.
Speaking of that, like I've never wanted this before, but I really want them to do like downloadable costumes for this game.
Yeah,
they've never done it before, and like I'd be totally okay paying for like a Dark Link costume or an Ocarina of Time Link costume. Like
this is something I kind of hope they do with that, because I really want that too this time around. Is if you haven't seen like the weird thing with Nintendo's online services, they're doing like exclusive deals, quote unquote, or like it's like the dumb like NES controllers you can only buy with having Switch Online. But they also did a thing for Splatoon 2 where like you can get like special gear if you're a Nintendo member like in the game. So like what I want them to do is not just fully character costumes, but like that relegate like the random free Mii costumes they're probably gonna have to that. It's just like be a part of the service and you'll just get Mii costumes, whatever. But then also have like outside of that costumes you can buy for characters. There were some more things that came out about some more alternate costumes were found. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I
just want a Twilight Princess or Ocarina of Time Link.
Yeah,
I do not like skirt with no pants Link.
I like it, but I like the option.
I like a Breath of the Wild, but I would like an Ocarina, like more classic style looking Link for sure. I would be totally down for that as well. But yeah, I'm super curious to see where that box stuff goes. It's like totally one of those things that could already, we don't know now, but it could come to fruition or totally not.
Yeah.
But I think it was pretty cool. We're gonna jump back a little here. We're like gonna jump around. Pretty much this is like I think like right after we did the last episode was Gamescom, right? Pretty much like not that far. It was
I'm thinking TGS. I think
TGS is coming up soon from when we're recording. But I think like Gamescom was like right around when it was like a little bit after. It was like a week or so after it. And then Smash was there. They didn't really like reveal anything new, but they did do like the weird thing because it was right after that the last Smash Direct happened, and randomly on Nintendo's UK channel, they just threw up two like gameplay, like just full on direct feed footage of matches. So one is King K. Rool taking on Snake, and then another one is it's Chrom and Lucina versus Dark Samus and Ridley. So it's basically showing off actual gameplay. And like in like a full-on match for these characters. So have you guys seen these videos? Like you watched them a couple times or seen them yet? Or
I'd watched them a couple times. Have you seen these, Bless?
Yeah. I don't think so.
They're good. It's good shit, man. Oh, you're good, Mike.
These the ones from Gamescom?
Oh no, Mike did freeze again.
Oh, did you freeze? R.I.P.
I guess I don't know if they're from Gamescom because the build there was the same one we played at PAX, but they came out at the same time.
Gotcha.
I don't know what pretense they came out under, but they're very good. They're very cool.
I somehow missed these. I have no idea how I missed these because I really wanted to see K. Rool gameplay.
Because they were
there you go, Mike.
Hey, he's back.
Welcome.
All right. So sorry, I left off like I was basically asking if you guys had seen these two matches. I'm not sure where I froze off from.
That was about it.
That was about it.
And then
yeah.
you said,
Okay,
"Dang,
cool.
I froze," and then you actually froze after that.
Yeah, because like for a second, like it did freeze on you guys because it was like I like said it and then like everyone was kind of still. And then like I moved a bit and then like saw no one else moving. I don't know why I moved. It's like somehow make you guys move or something. I don't know what I was thinking, but
It was perfect. Yeah, Blessing hasn't, but
oh really? Yeah.
I definitely watched both of them a couple of times. I don't know.
Does my boy K. Rool? Does he look beautiful?
He looks
Yeah.
fucking
He
beautiful.
looks so good.
Oh, thank God.
Like that was the thing of like watching that match specifically. Like that was like the first time like how faster this game is compared to like Smash 4 like came across because like K. Rool looks like crazy fast. Like in terms of like a big heavy character, like he looks like he's probably now like the fastest like big heavyweight character.
Yeah.
And it was just like really cool to watch him just like zipping around the stage almost like he was like keeping up pace with Snake like so easily. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and Snake is like a super slick. Cause I was gonna see if I could work this in somewhere, but we're running a little bit longer, so I don't think I can. But I went between the last episode and this because of all the hype. I went back and I played all of the Subspace Emissary,
Right.
And
Nice.
it's great. It's unironically great. I found.
It's
actually,
so good.
I actually really enjoyed it. Like there was,
I played that thing so many times, and like
Yeah.
people hate on it, and I understand where the hate comes from, but I feel like it's more fun than people give it credit for.
There's
Totally.
more like puzzle and level variety than I remember, and I was like, this is actually like
Yeah,
It seems like something they didn't have a lot of time to make, but they did well with what the time that they had.
It's like they had to make a Smash Brothers video game while they were also making like this weird single player almost Kirby
Yeah.
video game. So like they kind of tried to do too much at once, but I totally agree. Like it definitely gets a lot more hate than it deserves.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
loved all the cutscenes in Subspace.
Of course,
Those were
yeah.
Yes.
so good.
Yeah. And
Incredible.
I very much have rose-tinted glasses, but like I feel like it's one of the best like video game single player like campaign like story modes that I've experienced.
It's definitely one of the best fighting game ones.
Mhm.
Like it's exactly how I would want a Smash Brothers game to be done. I would think like they introduced like original arenas and stuff. But the big thing was like I had not played Snake. I had not played Brawl in fucking forever. But I had not played Snake in so long. I forgot how like heavy and slow he is, but also like how cool his moveset is. Like
Yeah.
all his
So
different
weird.
moves,
Totally.
like all of his different like military weapons and how like weird that is in the Smash. Like how juxtaposed it is to just about everything else, but like it's so true to that character, and they didn't care. Like they did right by that character, even though he's like using guns and shit.
Yeah, no, like it's funny because like his up B would just be like a platform, just takes him up like a million stories.
Yeah.
And I think his side, either his side B or his side smash, like his side A, was like he uses a remote control like rocket.
The Nikita.
That's his side B.
Nikita
Yeah.
missile.
Yeah, the Nikita. And then like his like side smash or whatever was like he'll shoot the floor or he'll blow up the ground in front of you. Like he had
Yeah,
such
with a
weird,
rocket launcher.
Yeah, he has such weird moves, but it worked super well, especially if like you learn how to use them.
His up smash
He was
of like
fun to play.
he drops the mortar and shoots the mortar up, and it
Yeah,
goes
it
up
shoots
further
up.
Yeah.
depending on
It's
how
pretty
long
cool.
you
So
launch
awkward.
it. It's so awkward,
Yeah.
but it's so powerful, and like he's a heavy character, and he like at first I feel like he doesn't necessarily look like he would be, but he feels like really powerful, and I'm just so excited to see him in the mix again.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that was like the cool thing to watch with K. Rool was like them going like toe to toe like that, and like K. Rool like kept pace and also like did a lot of cool shit. Like like when there was like it's early on in the match and it's like so cool. K. Rool like shoots a cannon. They're like both kind of like on they're on that like the Donkey Kong stage from Melee where it's like the over the waterfall. So like they're on the top two thing trying to, and K. Rool shoots a cannon, like the new cannonball he shoots with his B move at Snake. Snake dodges it, and like in the time the cannonball is like floating off on the top of the screen, you drop down to the bottom, and K. Rool like smashes Snake up into the cannonball that's like still in the air, and that KOs him. And like just like thinking about like the utility K. Rool has with all just with that alone was like, oh man,
It's also cool, like his crown.
so good.
Yeah, his crown that he throws, like it can get knocked out of that animation, and it's like a pick up. You can pick up the item and throw it around and stuff. Like it's really cool to see that in action. I don't know if you guys care about this at all, but Snake's Smash symbol changed from the fox symbol to the exclamation mark, and I really don't like it. I really don't like it as much.
Well, like that's why
Kojima logo.
It's a Kojima Productions logo, so I see why they did it, but yeah, it is weird.
I just can't wait for all of the new codec calls.
Oh, dude, they're gonna be so good.
That's
I really hope
that's what I want.
And all kinds of stuff like that, like codec call. I want all of it. I want codec calls. I want the weird Palutena guidances, and I want like a Splatoon. And I want a Splatoon one also.
I want to hear like the
Callie Marie,
the Wolf team calls on the Lilac Cruise levels and stuff.
Yeah,
like where he talks to his team instead of the Star Fox team. Like that stuff's gonna be
that's right.
Yeah,
those would be super cool.
Yeah.
Bring it all back.
Shout out to Wolf in the Starlink game,
dude. Starlink is just turning into Star Fox.
It's like
Starlink looks awesome.
It looks good.
Not only like is it turning into Star Fox game, it's turning into like better than most of the recent Star Fox games. Looking good, looks better than a lot of the more recent ones, and like also with like how they represent the Star Fox characters. I think I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
I will never forget like caring not at all about that game, and then fucking Fox McCloud comes and he's like, "Oh damn it, Ubisoft! Now I have to get it."
Gotcha.
Damn it.
Game looks great.
Yeah,
that looks neat. The other match was it was a team match again. It was Lucina and Crom versus Dark Samus and Ridley, and I think like honestly like that, since it was like a 4-player match, like a team match, it was like I couldn't really tell what was going on, but it was like, all right, cool. There's gameplay of those characters, I guess.
It's one of those things though that like I'm really excited about Crom. Like I know, Blessing, you made that joke on Twitter about like I want everyone to have like sub B, and that's the biggest moveset change to Crom. But it's like I really ended up falling in love with Roy in Smash 4. I think like he's like a really cool feeling character. He feels lighter and faster than Marth, but like all of his kind of moves being fire-based attacks were really rad, and I like that Crom is a echo of him versus like just another Marth echo, and I like the way they've kind of changed his moveset lightly to kind of adjust to that. He's also fast. He's also got a lot of. He doesn't have like the fire-based attacks, but there's a lot of that creativity of like totally reimagining Roy for Smash 4 in Crom as an echo to Roy. So I'm really excited to play him. Like I know he seemed like kind of like the most lackluster of those announcements. I know a lot of people were into that was Dark Samus for me, honestly. But I think Crom looks fucking rad.
I don't like his model.
Yeah,
like the character model. I think, and I mentioned this in the last one. It looked the least refined or far along.
Yeah, it seems like
any of the models they've shown.
In motion, it looks a lot better, I think. And that could have just been like an early shot of it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think also like you compare them to like some other characters that are like so like K. Rool and like Dark Samus are like probably like some of the most heavily detailed characters they've made in Smash like to date. Then you just see like Crom, and he's kind of like an anime character.
Yeah, he's
like it's obviously
it's like finished tattoo. Like,
So like it's definitely like a little bit of I think that little delineation makes it a big difference.
Sure.
But yeah, like it was. I just think it was like weird and cool for them to like randomly just be like, hey, here's some gameplay of these characters we just announced, because they never really have just put out like raw matches like that. So I hope they do that for some of the other characters before launch. Like we get just a regular match of maybe like Simon and Isabel like fighting each other or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to Ridley, because like Ridley is just super like. Ridley seems like such a weird character to try to implement in the game, and they just make it work. And I feel like that's kind of like that's like Sakurai's whole mantra is like, yo, we'll just make it work somehow. And Ridley, like the whole the move where he like drags you across the stage, throws you off, like so good.
Yeah,
so good.
Can we use that to transition into talking about playing Smash Brothers? Because I actually played Ridley.
Yes, exactly. That's where we're going next. So I know. I feel so bad for the random strangers that asked me to see all this. I put out before we went to PAX West. I'll give you an idea, Blessing. before we went to PAX West, I had like these grand plans to like capture, or not like get direct feed, like that definitely wasn't happening, but like just like record actual footage of us playing Smash and like seeing like I went to like a Smash Brothers Reddit and it was like, all right, I'm going to PAX West. We're gonna get footage. Like, tell me what characters you want to see, and like I got like it was like actually like a huge thread. I got like 30, 40 different people like commenting, being like, go see this character. This is awesome. You're doing this, man. Thanks so much. And I'm on it. I had a list ready. The only 2 matches we got to play were those first 2 matches and the press day, and I was like, the whole time I was just like so bummed. I was like, and like, who knows if them are actually gonna like come or even remember that at the end of the day, because it was just like a random Reddit post. But if you're watching, I apologize. They couldn't get anything, but we did at least play 2 matches, so we can talk about characters we played.
I'll say this: like it was the E3 build, right? It wasn't anything after.
So like a lot of stuff is out there for the E3 build by this point.
But sure. Mike, Scott, and I got to play, and it was just fun playing Smash with you guys. Like I just had a good time playing with you guys.
And I will point out, I did win both matches.
You won both matches.
You did.
Dang.
It was
I lost
great.
both matches I played because I also played during press hour, and I played with Alex Van Aken and 2 randos. I think Alex Van Aken won the first match because he chose my main, of course,
who
bastard, who is Link.
Okay.
I went Link.
Yeah.
The second time around, I got to choose Link, and this is Breath of the Wild Link for clarification. And I ended up doing pretty good the second round. Yeah, man, that game's good.
It's really good.
Video game.
It's
I just
great.
got a podcast about it.
Yeah. It was one of those things where
that's a good idea.
I played Brawl relatively recently to that, and it was coming to this, and it was it was real good. There's a lot of tripping that happened when I played Brawl, and I was like, man, I forgot about this.
It's so weird how it's so weird how going back to Brawl, you don't realize how different it feels from Smash 4 until you go back and play it. And then playing this one, I feel like feels super different also. In a way that I didn't expect. Where like
it felt
I tried doing air.
Go ahead, Bless. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I tried doing air dodges and like I moved in the air and I was like, I wasn't expecting that. Like that felt weird. Even like just like regular dodges, like the shield dodges felt different.
Yeah, it felt very different.
I wasn't expecting.
It felt
and
faster
also
too.
It felt faster for sure, but it was also, I think, the weird jarring thing was using the Pro controller specifically to play Smash. Like I got used to it pretty quickly. Like and I think ultimately like I'm not a GameCube or die purist or by any means, but like I got used to it and enjoyed the Pro controller. But I definitely think when I get it myself, I want to like kind of probably do like the control scheme and all that stuff. Remap the control scheme and stuff.
I still hate that the B button is the bottom button on the controller, because like I was having this problem yesterday playing Super Mario Brothers 3 because Nintendo Online came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I get to play one of my favorite games, Super Mario Brothers 3, and I just kept messing up because like the bottom button is run and the A button is jump, and it didn't feel right in my head to me, and I couldn't remap the controls. And same with the demo where like I kept trying to use the regular smash button or the hit button or whatever, standard attack, and I kept using special attack, and I was like, oh man, that's the main reason I lost to Alex Van Aken. It's not my fault. It's controller's fault.
Blame the controller.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say
we got a John here apparently.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I totally had even in my matches, even though I won, I still had some moments like that of like just being like, oh god, it's this button to recover now, and I totally didn't realize that, so I just kind of died.
So
but I played.
Yeah, who we all play?
I played the first match I played Pokemon Trainer, and the second match I played Pikachu. I played Pikachu Libre with the presser off.
I remember, super cute.
Very poor.
Yes. That's why you won, because you chose Pikachu.
Hey man,
Pikachu Libre is specific.
He spammed that down B.
See, I don't know. No, I didn't.
He nailed me with that down B once though. It was good.
I did. I don't spam, and I'm a precisionist. I go. Me and Pikachu go way back. Me and Pikachu go way back to 64. I have the timing on that lightning down, so I'm not sitting there spamming it. I can get it.
Okay.
Especially since like I'm pretty sure it might have been in Smash 4. It's been a little while since I played Smash 4, but like this one, at least it seems like instead of like I think it used to be, and especially in Melee, like the sweet spot of it was like in the lightning, like it made like a lightning cloud at the top. If you got a character in that, it did like a bunch of damage. Where it seems like now it's more about like having the person be caught like right in when it impacts with Pikachu.
Yeah.
So I've got characters like right next to Pikachu, and like the lightning hits Pikachu at the same time. It does like does a really powerful hit, because I think I noticed that. Like I don't remember it being like that powerful as it was. And the other thing where I think like you can still just hit a lightning randomly and it'll still do decent damage. It has like, you know, it can cover a lot of air above Pikachu, but I think if you get like a direct hit, the person right next to Pikachu with it, it's like way more effective. And Pikachu just seemed really good. Like it seemed also way more better in the air. Also, like some of his aerial attacks just seemed like to have like way more oomph, and like he had like just like way more like he felt better moving around in the air than he has in the past, from what I remember.
Yeah, so I played Ridley the first round, and I played the Splatoon kids, Inklings, the second round. I was I'll say like picking the costume for the Splatoon kid was a very difficult decision.
Yeah,
like
they're all very good.
They're all very good. They're all way more stylish than I thought. Because it's not like different colors. It is like completely different outfits and color coordination across the outfits, including different color ink. So it's like you're kind of trying to match up. I know it's a very little weird thing to get hung up on. My big thing, I was worried that like Ridley would feel overpowered, was my big worry, I guess, going into this. And while he's like super powerful, he's also like, and it was something they were trying to get more into in Smash 4, if I remember. But again, it's been so long since I played that. Like, as a heavy character, he can get knocked off the stage like way easier. Like it's way harder for him to recover. And I like that. It feels like that is like a way harder line. Like once you get above 100%, it is really hard to recover for those heavy characters. And even though when they're on the ground and they're doing damage, they do a lot, and they definitely hit you back a lot. It's just like that recovery time is like where that balances out. His moves are really cool. Like everyone knows that the side B where he grabs them by the head and drags them along the floor. Like that's really hard to control, I think was my big takeaway. Like you'll go all the way to the edge.
That's what it does. Like if whatever platform you're on, regardless, he'll grab him where he is, and then he'll just take him all the way until he gets to an end of a level. Like I don't think you can stop it.
There's like a sweet spot. So he also, his down special is like the thing where he like jabs his tail into someone and then it causes an explosion in them afterwards. But that doesn't work every time. I don't know how the sweet spot for it works. I only got it to work once on like the rando that we were with. But I don't know. He's hard for him to recover his up B. He gets less recovery out of than I thought he would. Obviously, he can flap his wings a couple times, so I think he gets like 3 jumps, kind of like Charizard. He's cool. Like I kind of wish he was bigger, but that's just me being selfish.
That's what she said.
Yeah. The Splatoon kids, I actually really liked. I didn't use their specials a lot, which I feel bad about, but I was charging.
They're the one I was most bummed about not being able to play. I really wanted to try them.
Yeah, they're really cool. Like they remind me a little bit of Olimar in how like technical they are and how many you have like a dozen different things you can do at any given time, which I really liked. But like by the end of it, I was like getting a better hang of using their specials, like the neutral special being like the inking somebody up. It takes a while to get somebody like really inked up to take a lot more damage though, I found. Charging the ink or like hold B while you're shielding was like pretty painless. I don't know if you can get like grabbed out of that or anything because you're like under the stage, but
I know you can use it to get out of certain things. I've seen people confirm that. Like I think it's like if you're getting like in like a jab combo and like specifically the inkling is like still kind of on the ground, I think you can like do that like very quickly to like get out of a jab. I could be mistaken by that, but there's definitely, I heard people saying like you can use it to get out of like moves like that or situations like that. So that's pretty cool.
It seems like that would be right. I didn't get. It was difficult to like put that into practice and like just a pickup game. But they were really cool. They were just like they're so stylish, and like when you run with them, like they turn into the ink, like the little squid. And they go.
It was a really cool touch.
And Like their down B being like the roller is so good. The side B being like the bucket or no, the grenade. I didn't get the hang of a lot of their smash attacks. I think like their up smash, like most characters, was like really powerful. I don't really remember what it was off the top of my head. But they're a lightweight character. They're like very light. I would say like close to like a Kirby or Jigglypuff. So like they have a really good recovery. So it was very jarring for me to go from Ridley, who has terrible recovery, to Inkling, where I'm at like 210 and I'm still able to get back from like a big hit. But I thought that was really cool, and that makes them. I like gravitated to that feel of character way more in this Smash than I did in the previous ones, which is cool. So I liked Toon Link a lot in Brawl, and he was like a very airy character, but I haven't been into that kind of like lighter character in a while, so I'm excited to get back into that in Ultimate. But those are the two I played. They're both very good. Scott, who did you play? I know you played Link, but
the first one I played was Link because I wanted to try out his new Breath of the Wild style. And I thought it was very good. It took me a little bit to get used to the bombs because they're remote controlled now. But once I did that, I felt like the bombs were much better in this game.
They're so good.
As opposed to the other ones. The range was a lot farther, and it seemed like they did more damage or had more of a pushback to them. But really, really enjoyed that. Link was
like the bomb thing that I really liked. The thing that I liked about the bomb was that there was a moment while playing where I threw a guy off the ledge as Link, and then took out my remote bomb, threw it at him, and then detonated it while he was in the air. And it knocked him further. I didn't necessarily kill him, but like I could have killed him that way.
Yeah.
And I felt like it provided so many options as far as like being more strategic with how you use the bombs, because I felt like the bomb before was just like okay, cool, yeah. For me, it was more of a damage thing, of like a way to like distract people and kind of chip off damage. But here I felt like there was definitely more use for the remote control bombs, and it's the thing where you have to be more you have to be smarter about it, and so it's that trade-off of like be smart about how you use the bombs to get more for your effort.
Yeah, and I think, with it being remote controlled, I think it's going to come into play with ledge guarding, like laying a bomb there and then just kind of watching for when people come near the edge, like trying to recover or something. I don't know if there's a time frame before they disappear. That I'm not sure about. Do you know, Blessing? Or did you notice that?
I can figure it out.
But yeah, we were so crunched for time just playing the matches that we did because they were timed instead of stock. But Link was a lot of fun. All of his other moves were pretty standard from what I could tell. It's been so long since I've played Smash 4 that I wasn't able to really pick up on a lot of the minutia or changes between those two outside of like the bombs being different, no hook shot, things like that. It just felt so good.
Yeah.
It just is such a good feeling. And Link's been my main. He was my main in the original. He was my main in Melee. Brawl, he kind of sucked a bit. They kind of nerfed him a bit.
Very
in Brawl.
heavy in Brawl.
Like really bad in Brawl. But then I picked him back up in 4. So it was nice to play a good Link some more and continue that on.
The thing I asked Blessing, because I guess not a lot of people know about this, is like you can shoot his arrow and then you can pick it up and then you can shoot arrows again and shoot 2 arrows at once.
Yeah.
Which is like a very it's like a very weird. So you pick up the arrow like a holdable item, but then if you charge the shot again, he has 2 arrows locked in. Or notched in. Yeah, it's really cool, and I want to see somebody do that.
I saw some. There's gameplay of like people out there testing that. It just basically becomes like a it basically just like, you can just kind of drop it in front of you and it'll plant in the ground, and you can just pick it up like you put an item, and you can like throw it like an item too, so you can like do stuff like that with it too.
It's just cool.
I never want to shoot an arrow with Link ever again. I just want to drop an arrow and then just throw them at people.
Hell yeah.
Never going to use my bow again.
Chuck arrows.
Throw arrows.
At first, I was kind of nervous about the changes to Link, because like I'm like you, I was also a Link main for like multiple games, And so when I saw they're changing to Breath of the Wild and then taking away his hook shot and switching out the bomb and doing all these things, I was like, I don't know. But then like learning that Young Link and Toon Link are also in this game, that gave me more comfort. But then also playing him, I was like, okay, yeah, this character seems like it seems like they're doing a lot with making Link, like Breath of the Wild Link, more involved and more like there's a lot.
Makes
there's
him
a lot
unique,
more
not just a tall kid Link.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It seems like the direction they're going from what I've seen is like they're kind of doing the new kind of, or taking a little bit of stuff from Breath of the Wild and implementing it on that Link. And then Toon Link also has like some new stuff. Like he has like some new smash attacks, which people pointed out. Like he doesn't have the same his forward smash where it does like the
double hit.
Yeah, the double hit. It's not that anymore. He does like a weird like swinging uppercut now.
Cool.
Looking move. That's like his side smash now. And but from what we can tell, it looks like Young Link is now just the base like Link that's been the Link in every other game.
It's Young Link's final smash that I
saying.
want to know about.
Yeah, I hope that's different.
If it's like Fierce Deity, like I want to see that because I feel that makes the most sense for him.
You know they got to hold that till the end. Like there's gonna be another Smash Direct probably like end of November is my guess. And
I think we might get one
like
October and then another big one in November.
We could get
I think we'll get two.
Depends on how many characters they have.
I think we'll do a little one doing a character reveal, like the final characters, and then the final one will be the big one about the new mode.
Like the new mode and the mechanics and everything,
maybe. That's hopeful. I'm here for it, but
we're all about the hope here. Was the other character you played Cloud?
Yes, the other character I played was Cloud.
He seems less OP now.
Yeah,
he's not. Yeah, they nerfed him a little bit from what I've heard,
which is good.
It was so nice to have the limit bar down by my life, though.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Being able to keep track of that's very nice. But outside of that, I mean, when I was playing Cloud, that was when we were on the Breath of the Wild tower map.
Yeah,
which I really liked. I really liked how kind of chaotic and crazy that got.
Yeah, because the tower comes back together pretty quickly, so it's like it feels like it's constantly changing, which is nice.
That's a cool stage. It was dynamic and neat. What was the other? We played on that stage, and what other stage did we play on?
I think
we just play on Battlefield. Okay, cool.
They didn't have Dracula's castle, so really, what is left?
Yeah.
Blessing, who'd you play?
True.
So I did Link and talked about that a bit. And the other one I played during the first match was Mario, who was another one that I mained. And I pretty much chose him because I was like, okay, if I'm gonna really feel out the changes in this game, then Mario is gonna be the one where I can actually feel that out.
Yeah.
And yeah, like that's kind of where I got the shield, like the whole dodge stuff feels kind of different, and like I got a feel for the game more with Mario. And like at first made me kind of nervous because I was like, man, this is kind of different. But by the second match, I was really feeling it when I was playing as Breath of the Wild Link. Mario as a whole, I feel like is pretty much the same. Like I feel like Mario's been this way since, like Melee, I think.
Since Brawl, when they added the Flood as his down B.
Oh, was that in Brawl? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really feel much change as Mario. Still fun to play. I think I played on the same stages, except we did the Omega stages because me and the other randos was playing with, they were like, I think we're on the same page of like, yo, let's get it hardcore experience. We don't need to all choose Fox because I don't think Fox
these
items
drops. While these items drop, let's be hardcore.
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. And I don't think any of us got the Smash Ball either.
I don't think we did either.
Yeah. I got it once and then I died.
So, I think that's what happened. I think it's like I think I might have gotten it once too, but I also died. I think something like that happened. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I guess the other character I played I didn't touch on that much was Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah.
I was just that was like for me, they kind of sucked in Brawl, even though I loved playing as them. But in this one, like they're what that character should have always been from the start.
That's cool.
It felt good. Like I don't think I got that much since it was only like a 2-minute match. It was hard to like play as all three of them for equal amounts of time. But I definitely noticed like Ivysaur felt faster than they were in the previous game, and Charizard just felt like super powerful.
That's awesome.
Like compared to like him in Brawl and like him standalone in what was it in the Wii U? Like he just like all of his moves were launching people. Like even just like his forward aerial, which I think was the same as it was in Wii U, just like now can like KO people. I'm pretty sure somebody was like not even like 100%. They're like maybe like in the 90s, and I hit somebody with it when they're kind of off the stage, and I KO'd him. Like he's like the powerhouse, and it makes sense that way now too, since you have kind of three-way between them, where like Squirtle is kind of the faster kind of mobile character, and Ivysaur is kind of the all-arounder, I guess is what they're going for. And then Charizard just like super
your powerhouse.
Like all of his moves felt like I could KO anybody with. It felt really good, and just like the instant way you can. I think I want to say I even use that to like get out of stuff. Like I want to say like somebody. Yeah, I think like the other person that was like about to like throw a bomb at me, and I switched real quick, and the character went out, and the bomb went flying past me, and then I swapped into another character and went after them.
How fast is that?
It's like pretty much. It's like it's not like instant, but it's pretty close.
Like less than a second, you would say?
Yeah, like I would say less than that.
Because like you going back to Brawl, like all the transformations are really long. Like I forgot the Sheik Zelda transformation is like 4 full seconds. It feels like. Like I would say you could probably like with these. You can probably like find footage of like the specific timing out there, I'm sure. But I want to say like you could probably do like a single jump in the air, switch, and like they will be that next Pokemon before they even hit the ground. Okay,
like
cool.
But yeah, like it's pretty much that fast. Like
that's good.
It's really fast. Like and the same with like Splatoon, like the Inklings kid, like they can use the down B to get out some stuff. I know you can do the same thing with Pokemon Trainer. Like I know specifically you can. I've seen it in matches where like they can. If you're in like the initial grab, like it's not, you can't do it like once you're in the full animation, but if like the person grabs you can do it to basically do like break a grab, like if you're in that first initial animation, or like in a jab attack.
That's cool.
You can just return the Pokemon, and you'll come out as the next Pokemon.
Yeah,
and get out of it.
I again, having played Brawl very recently, like I forgot how cool Squirtle is. Like Squirtle's like a really great character in that game.
Yeah,
I think.
And like he's like that was probably like out of the three the least I played, but even so in that short time, and even like the promotional stuff they shown, like he's like the update he got like is perfect. Like they made him so much more animated and like cute, and like all like the water effects that are on him. Like I want to say in this one, like in Brawl, he like didn't in his dash attack he like get in his shell and like slide across the ground, or no? Was it like still
that was like his side B, I believe.
Yeah, that was side B.
That also might be his dash attack as well.
Because I know now, like when he's just dashing, I mean when he's like running, like he basically gets like on a little wave and like kind of like surfs across the ground. Which I don't think he did that in Brawl.
No,
right?
He did. No. He just ran. He didn't do a wave.
Oh right, yeah. He kind of like got on all fours and like ran.
Yeah,
but, like this like he gets on like a little water trail.
That's awesome.
His up B was
so cool
surf, where he kind of got on the wave.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the extent of that sort of thing.
That's cool.
And I want to say he has like other different moves too. Like I want to say like his up smash is the same, where he makes like the two little water pillars next to him. I want to say that's the same, but I want to say his side smash is different. Like he does like a like it's almost like a shotgun burst of bubbles out of his mouth for one of his moves.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a side smash, but I remember seeing it. Like I know I did it, and I was like, oh. I just can't remember like what input I did for it, but I remember seeing it.
Cool.
Well, he had water gun. I know is just his neutral B.
Neutral B, yeah.
Where he got out
like
water
bubble
gun
beam or anything like that.
But maybe it's switched to bubbles now. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I did, but I know he had it. But yeah, that was definitely, in terms of like in some ways personally, like I was more excited to see Pokemon Trainer in some ways than even like Snake and Wolf and some of those characters. I was like, oh my god, Pokemon Trainer's back. And not only is they're back, but like they did the character right. Like the way that character should have been done in the first place.
Yeah.
Very exciting to me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Smash is good. Ends up.
Yeah, Smash is good.
Video games.
Again, I'm
73 or
really
78
sorry
days.
we didn't get to play too many other characters in that, but I hope you got something.
We had a good spread. I feel
You got something out of.
Oh, I forgot to mention I played a King K. I'm just kidding.
I just hung out with Sakurai and he let me play as Simon Belmont.
It's like, oh yeah, I played Isabel. I forgot to tell you.
And then he was just like, oh, by the way, you can tell those fucking nerds on your podcast that Goku's not in this game. Thanks, Sakurai.
Your uncle works for Nintendo, right?
That's
how
a good
you
day.
do it.
Yeah, it's Naruto. He told me Lupin the Third is in the game actually. So
Oh,
please be excited.
Yeah, it was Luffy. Weird.
So how would you feel if they put Brock as a playable either a playable character or a trophy? Because I feel like he's more of an anime character, but he originated in Pokemon Blue.
Brock, I mean, he'd be cool. I personally, I would be totally down for like a weird. See, they couldn't really do like an echo of.
Pokemon
I guess
trainer.
they could Pokemon trainer. They could probably figure it out
Have,
some
like,
weird way.
I feel like they could do an Echo, but it would have to be like a different generation. Like,
It'd be
Yeah.
like Digimon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
it'd be like Gen 3 or something.
Digimon Echo Fighter.
Yeah. It's like
Pokemon
weird
trainer.
Digimon. No.
That'd be pretty funny.
We Mike, how you feeling? We're at about an hour and a half now.
Okay. I guess I can do this next part real quick, and I wanted to do like not just character pitches but stage stuff, but we don't have to do that.
Yeah, I think
This time we can leave that.
The pitches
There was
are
a
gonna
lot.
take a while.
Yeah, pitches are gonna take a while since there's 4 of us, so I'll just briefly touch on this because this just came out like literally yesterday. I think there'll still be more to come out of it too. Famitsu magazine that is coming out this week, and as always, it leaks in some capacity as it always does. And there's like a page spread that confirms that basically in the writing it says there's going to be 108 stages in Ultimate. Right now we know 103. That's what's been confirmed in that direct, but apparently in this page spread from Famitsu, which is like official Nintendo, like a bunch of new information on Smash, they said that now the number is 108. They didn't show any new things, but they're saying that number now in that magazine, so there will be apparently at least 5 more stages that we don't know yet, so that's pretty cool. It makes sense. I figured like there was going to be a couple more, considering they showed that weird Monster Hunter stage that might not be a stage. Who knows if it's actually a stage, what's going on there.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some other stages that it was weird to see that them bring back so many stages, but then like skip some of the other ones, like the cool Rainbow Road Mario Kart stage from 3DS and some other ones that just made sense to bring back, but they just kind of skipped over. I'm sure there'll be a lot of that. And then this all came from, by the way, they're a website, and they have a YouTube channel. They're called All Source Gaming. They do a lot of like translations of like Japanese like Nintendo news that comes from like Japanese outlets and stuff like this. So they found that article and then like tweeted it out, and it blew up. Another thing they got a hold of was apparently this was around for a while, but like no one noticed it. It was very weird that there was apparently this like press site that they had access to that had like a bunch of press stuff for Nintendo, and there was a whole bunch of high-res like character renders for like alternate costumes for all the characters. So it had like the Pikachu Libre, it had like a female Robin. There's like a whole, like if you go to All Source Gaming's Twitter, the dude just links to a Google Drive that he just took them all from there and put them in. But they in all those, one got confirmed that they hadn't shown yet, which I thought was kind of neat, and lends to the fact that there'll probably be more alternate costumes, and that was a Yoshi that looks like the Yoshi from the
plush Yoshi.
Yeah, like the plush kind of fuzzy crafted world Yoshi is going to be an alt for Yoshi. That's pretty cool. Like, in that they didn't show that before. I think that's, like you said, I'd want more alternate skins for characters, and they clearly got the memo because there's a lot in there.
Yeah.
Like they have like the Mecha Ridley, which they've kind of shown off but not fully, and
Mecha really looks really good.
He looks really good. It's based on, I think, Metroid Prime 1, and it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks dope. But yeah, that was really cool. I was gonna do after this, go into like us before we do our character pitches, like try and pitch ideas for stages or skins. But yeah, we're kind of running long here, so we'll just go right into our Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Home run contest pitch. Round 3. So in round 3, or this will be round 3, excuse me, we're going to first announce the winner of episode 2.
I don't know. Again, I have no idea.
You haven't looked? I have it here right in
myself.
front of my face.
I'm fucking excited.
So I'll list off the 3 characters. So I pitched the Black Mage from Final Fantasy 1, the classic look for that Black Mage in the blue robe, little wizard hat. I thought it'd been really cool to add. Scott did Gino from Super Mario RPG. Very cool character. He's definitely up there as now like one of the most requested ones nowadays, considering we've gotten a lot of like Ridleys and K-Rolls and whatnot. And then Alex did Phoenix Wright from Ace Attorney, which is cool cut. Honestly, I've never played those games, but he seems like another popular one. So we'll go down the list. We had 49 votes this time, so thank you for voting.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You're
Appreciate the votes. Coming in 3rd place with 12 votes. 3rd place, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney series.
Pouring out for your boy.
Pour one out for Ace Attorney. He was there.
3rd place is pretty good. Don't let these
Third,
guys hate on you.
third place out of 3 out of
Yeah,
3.
last place is pretty good. Yeah,
I mean,
I
when
agree
you
with
frame
that.
it like that.
Well, the thing was, Paper Mario
that's a
got
bronze
first place
trophy.
before, so I you know.
Yeah, I was gonna
Phoenix
say.
and Ring a Bell can hang out and
Yeah,
have a drink.
seriously, yeah.
3rd place in the Olympics is still a bronze trophy.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, Alex had easily the character that got the most votes because it was like 150 or something crazy like that for Paper Mario. For the last episode, it was crazy. So I'll go right to the winner, and then I'll announce number 2 because I feel like that makes more sense. With 23 votes, the winner, Gino from Super Mario RPG.
Golf clap. Easy pick,
Yeah.
but well deserved.
Yeah, agreed. Like he again, he's a cool character. Even though he's like
Everybody wants him, man. Everybody
wants him. I think he would fit that weird kind of deep cut character in terms of like a Rob or
Absolutely.
Mr. Game & Watch. I think he would totally fit that role perfectly. And then second was mine with 14 votes, Black Mage, pour one out.
Pouring out for Black Mage. Black
Pour
Mage, a
one out.
very good idea, and I think that's why I got more votes.
Yeah, he like I again with my whole tangent on legacy characters and like loving this legacy. I think it would just be cool to get that classic. He's like a classic character, in my opinion.
Yeah, it
So
would.
he'd be-
I think it would be a similar kind of like deep cut character. Any
Totally.
other Final Fantasy character would be so exciting. I think generally, I think we can all agree. As long
Get
as
some
it's,
lightning in there.
yeah, I was gonna say as long as it's like 6 or
Noctis.
before. Yeah, boy, Noctis. I just want to
Noctis and the
hear
boys coming through.
Noctis in the background, like, or the crowd cheering for Noctis in the background, like, "Oh boy, Noct!" And it's like it's so dumb and terrible.
I would absolutely love lightning to be in there just to like spite Final Fantasy fans, and also just because I kind of
So
like
upset.
Terra in the Magitech armor would be awesome. Throwing it out there for
Sure.
future pitch
That would.
ideas
Yeah,
I know
would
what
be-
that is. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is.
from Final Fantasy VI. Do we want Blessing to go first since he's our special guest?
I mean, I kind of want to hear. I don't know how a pitch is supposed to go. I feel like I gotta listen to one first before I can give one.
That's fair.
Okay, so one of us will go first and then Blessing. How about one of us will go first and then Blessing can go? How about we do it that way?
I'm down with
Cool.
that.
That works.
So what was the order? I think I went first last time.
I went last time. I remember. That.
last time, and I think you went first the first time. So Scott, how about you go first this time?
Sure. I'm going to go. Originally, I was going to do kind of my top pick, but I think it's another one of those safe ones, so I'm not going to do it this time.
Sure.
But I'm going to go the Crimson Dual Blader, Mr. Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia.
Hell yes.
Nice. Okay.
So, guy has dual swords and stuff. For anyone that has played Tales games, their combat is very similar to like a Smash. You have a sideways special, you have an up special, down special, a neutral special, and then like Smash moves. So there's tons to pick from, but what we're gonna do for Lloyd, his neutral is gonna be just the good old Demon Fang, the Majin Ken. Yeah, just have to the iconic blade, like beam along the ground, kind of like Cloud's Blade Beam, but exponentially cooler. Old Blade or Demon Fang. So that'll be his neutral. Double Demon Fang would be cool, but I don't know how I would swap the two. I don't know. We'll just go with Demon Fang.
Yeah.
For the sideways, I'm thinking Sword Rain. It basically Sword Rain is just a bunch of really quick stabs, followed by like a
like one big stab.
One big stab at the end.
Kind of like how Marth and all them sword things work is a little different.
It's all jabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like
it's more like a rapier. It's not so much slashes.
Gotcha.
It's just poke, 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 poke.
Gotcha.
Big poke.
Okay.
So that would be that. What I would have for his up B to kind of recover would be this Tempest move, where basically he spins around in a circle with his blades out, so you just like cut the entire time, and it's usually an arc. So you would arc and then you would just be spinning. Think of it as like Link's up B, but instead of doing it horizontally, he's spinning vertically and cutting that way.
Okay. So you're saying he leaps up in the air with his sword in front of him and then spins and then slams back down like Ike?
No, he doesn't. No, not like Ike.
Okay, all right, fine.
There's no. It's much more similar to Link's up B. It's just the orientation is different, and
I see.
Tempest is kind of done on an arc, so it's kind of like a floppy wiener, you know.
I'm hyping you up, Scott. Like
yeah.
I'm connecting with all of this.
Yeah. And for
you're good, Mike.
You're good.
Oh, now he froze.
Oh, now he's froze.
I like how he can get like a
premonition.
He warns us.
Yeah, but we'll have to wait then. I don't want to give Mike too much nightmare for editing.
No, that works.
Are you starting to get a feel for it, Bless?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just on Google Images right now looking up gifs of Ike's up special.
Welcome back, Mike.
I'm back.
We waited
Welcome
for you,
back. And for his down B, I think I'm gonna go Raging Beast, where basically it's like this big kind of shockwave, but it's like a lion's head comes out of it. It's hard to explain. It's just like a big giant attack.
It's like a shoulder charge, right? He like does a shoulder charge and then flings his arm out, and an image of a beast comes out.
Yeah. Usually it's like a lion kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what that would be his down B. I think that would be a really cool one. And then his Mystic Art has to be
his Mystic Art, his Final Smash.
his Mystic Art. It's called the Falcon's Crest, and he just does a bunch of crazy shit, and he summons like this the magical MacGuffin sword of Tales of Symphonia that can either split worlds in half or make them the same.
The MacGuffin sword, that's so good.
The MacGuffin sword. And he summons that, and then just goes balls to the wall. And then that's my boy Lloyd Irving.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cool.
I'm fucking in for this. I'm voting for Lloyd.
Yeah. Fuck my character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen Lloyd. Lloyd seemed like that character that was very popular. I think more around Brawl, but I definitely remember seeing people like being like, "Yeah, get Lloyd in." I've definitely seen him pop before, and he was he was a costume.
He was a Mii costume. Yeah. He was a Mii costume.
That does up his chances. It's one of those things where as much as I'd love to see Yuri in, because Vesperia's coming to Switch in January, I think Yuri's like a cooler character and he's more badass. But like a lot of people I know, their first ever Tales game was Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube.
Well, that was marketed so heavily, and it was published by Nintendo in the US. That's why we never got the PS2 version over here until the PS3 remaster. It's because Nintendo like really helped publish Tales of Symphonia when it came over here on the GameCube.
Fun fact, I got Tales of Symphonia on GameCube based on a GameStop employee recommendation.
Dang, son.
Yeah, it was like one of the good ones. You know what I mean? Like that and Alundra I got based on like EB Games and GameStop recommendations, and they're like two games I absolutely adore.
That's how I got Red Faction for the PS2.
Hell
2011.
yeah,
so good.
So I got Sonic 06.
And there's why we don't do it. Do you?
But Lloyd would have to be voiced by Scott Menville.
Absolutely.
Not the one they got for Dawn of the New World.
No,
he has to be voiced by Robin.
Not Charles Martinet.
Not Charles Martinet, who voices all Smash characters, actually.
Probably right.
Blessing, do you want to insert yourself here, or do you want me to go?
I'll insert myself anywhere.
All right, go for it, man.
Hi-oh.
Yeah, so who is the perfect mixture of attitude-filled, sexy, and has a connection with Nintendo?
Raphael from the Ninja Turtles.
Close. All right, actually very close. No, Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes. Now, here's the thing, all right? No More Heroes 1 and 2, of course, came out on the Nintendo Wii. Suda51, very talented. I feel like often underappreciated game developer. I feel like Nintendo appreciates him though, and that's why they put so much support behind games like No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Back. And so, oh wait, no, is that the third?
Travis
is that the
Strikes
weird
Again,
indie?
right?
It's Travis Strikes Again.
Strikes Again. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my pitch. All right, Travis. I feel like his model is like already stylish enough and weird enough that he could fit right in Super Smash Brothers. For his up special, I'm thinking something akin to, I don't know, say Ike's Up B, where instead of like doing the whole like I'm gonna throw my sword up in the air and spin and then jump at it and spin with it and come down, I think of it more as like Ike's Ultimate, but not as like drawn out. It's just like straight up just like lunges in the air, quick like theory of slashes, slash down, and so it's quicker, but not necessarily like over like not as necessarily stylish as Ike's Up B, but more suitable for Travis Touchdown. For his down special, I have a move called Arcade Smash, because if you're familiar with No More Heroes is a game that pays homage to a lot of classic games. Very much like, if you're unfamiliar with the game period, the game does a lot to be like, yo, we appreciate video games as a medium. Travis really into arcade games. Travis is also really into retro games. There's a lot of retro mini games in No More Heroes, and the thing you do often in No More Heroes, I believe 2 actually, is that you go to the arcade and you play arcade games. For Travis Touchdown's down B, what I want is a counter move where all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, kind of like Villager, like how Villager will plant a tree and it grows out of nowhere. I want out of nowhere for Travis to bust out an arcade cabinet. And it acts as a counter move if you hit him while the arcade cabinet is out, kind of like also Peach and Toad. But if you hit if you hit Travis while the arcade cabinet's out, Freudian slip, then like immediately he takes the arcade and just smashes it on top of you, on top of your head. And so it's just a counter move with an arcade machine. For a side special, I would have a move called Cycle Destroy. Now, Travis Touchdown, No More Heroes takes place in a place called Santa Destroy, and so it's kind of a reference to the name. But he also, in No More Heroes 1, Travis rides this motorcycle-esque vehicle. It's kind of like a fat motorcycle called the Spelltiger. What I'm thinking for the side special is something akin to Wario's side special, where he rides the motorcycle across the stage. I'm thinking the exact same thing, except in Travis Touchdown fashion. More stylish, more cool, more Travis Touchdown. All right. Now, for his neutral special, I have the move is going to be called the home run hit. Essentially, it's a charge move. Think Donkey Kong. Like his neutral B, where he charges up his fist and does the ultimate hit or whatever. I'm thinking something exactly like that, except if you've played No More Heroes, there's of course the charge up you need to do with your
lightsaber.
He does this, right?
It's a lightsaber, but it has a name. I think it's called the Beam Katana.
It's the Beam Katana.
Yeah.
Beam Katana.
Yeah. So when he's charging his Beam Katana, yeah, he does this thing where like when you play in the game, you have to shake your Wii remote.
It's just that.
Yeah.
Just
shake weight.
And so I'm sure like for Smash, they probably have to edit it a little bit so they could keep the E for 10 and above rating or whatever it gets. But essentially, like you press your neutral B to charge up, and do your charge, and you charge your Beam Katana, and then when you charge it up, you can hold it for however long you want, and then you do your home run hit whenever you want to use it. Where it's like essentially like, I don't know, think of it Travis Touchdown stylish and just whacks you, similar to Donkey Kong. And all that culminates with, of course, his ultimate move when he gets the smash ball. For what I call smash move is what I call Gundam destruction, where there's a pivotal scene, No More Heroes 2, where there's a boss fight in which you and your opponent are both inside Gundams. And you're
Mike's
fighting
just
each other
nodding
like
his head this whole time. He's just like,
there's this big Gundam battle, right?
I know all of this.
Yes, thank you, man.
Speaks to me every moment.
It's like
Speaks
me
to
with Scott. It's like Mike with Lesson right now.
No More Heroes is so good. It's so
It's
underrated.
fucking incredible.
Yeah, so like he's in a Gundam, and essentially like you hop in your Gundam for say like a 5-second animation thing where you take over, you fly in the sky, and you just like barrage whatever you want, beams, I guess, rockets, whatever it is, onto the stage, and then you hop out back to the fight. That's Travis Touchdown, everybody.
I love it.
That's I love it too.
May I make a suggestion?
For sure.
For the down B, just because I feel like the arcade pulling out a full cabinet might be too much of a tell. What if he like pulls out like a little Game Boy and he looks down at it, and there's like, if somebody hits him in that, like then he just like smacks him with an arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
Just because it's more subtle.
For sure.
I
guess
that.
the arcade cabinet would be a lot of
all of his smash attacks could be the different kinds of beam katanas because he has as he gets more like side smash can be like him pulling up the double ones.
Yeah.
Like his like I think his down smash could kind of be like what I think a couple of sword characters have this, but he pulls out like the really big one that's like a big cylinder, and he does like a Ganondorf thing where he like Ganondorf has a sword in this game now, and he has like his down smashes. He like kind of puts the sword low and like jabs it like kind of back one way, and then jabs it back again like forward and back. So something like that. Like, yes, I mean I'm here for it. Listen. So
here we go.
Travis Touchdown for me is that same tier of like of K Rool of like back in the day when I was like super passionate. Like I say specifically like Brawl. Was because this is when Travis Touchdown like No More Heroes is on the Wii, and like K Rool and Travis Touchdown were like my dream of dream characters. Like I want these characters, and then it didn't happen, and I just kind of hit that acceptance of like, all right, it's okay. Yeah. I get it why they're not there because they're like niche characters, but K Rool is here now in Ultimate. So like now, like yeah, exactly. Like it just that like when you see something like that, it like opens your it brings me back to that of just being.
My motto for life is that they put Wii Fit Trainer in it. Anything can happen.
Fair.
Like think back to the day they put Wii Fit Trainer in Smash. Like
Wii
Fit Trainer is
crazy.
That's not an iconic character. That's not like a popular. That's not a requested character. That's just a character they pulled out of their left pocket and was like, why don't we just put this thing in here? And like Wii Fit character is barely a character. Like it's a thing that parents use.
It's a lady in yoga pants.
Yeah, everybody played Wii.
Put her in Smash.
But she's so cool.
People over 30 played Wii Fit for about a couple hours, and that was it. And that's what that game was. And somehow they're like, yeah, let's put this in one of our biggest game as a fighting character. Like, if that can happen, anything can happen.
If Cloud can be in Smash and fight Pac-Man, Ryu, and Mega Man, anything is possible.
Yeah. Anything is possible.
Except Goku.
Except Goku.
Get
the fuck out. But yeah, I'm so in for Travis
the thing is, like, I feel like we live in a world where Travis is like a totally distinct possibility.
Yeah,
I feel like he would be one of those DLC characters that,
especially with him.
He's like he's with Bayonetta tier. I feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
He's not as popular, but like of the same like third party. From a developer we really like,
with a good relationship with Nintendo.
Very Nintendo related for sure.
Yeah.
Keep hope alive, man. I apologize. I realized this earlier this afternoon that I just have a terrible tendency of picking characters that are in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate Edition.
Captain America.
And not realize, so Captain America now.
Resident Evil 4, man.
Leon.
Leon Kennedy is here.
But so my pitch is Hunter from Monster Hunter. Which I got really excited about because of I was thinking about like all the nuance and intricacies of this character. I left a couple of things open here, and I'm curious about your guys' input with some of them. Again, I'm not as good at these as I think Mike and Scott are, but I'm really I got really excited about the possibilities for this character. So I'll start with the special moves. I think like all of his attacks are based on like whatever weapon he is using. My big thing is like the two main ideas I had is like either he for sure goes with like the two-handed greatsword, which is kind of like the most iconic Monster Hunter weapon, which I think makes a lot of sense. My thing is like after having played Monster Hunter World this year, I don't want to necessarily commit this character to being a heavyweight character. I think you could do a lighter, faster Monster Hunter character. So either that and like maybe some of his other attacks, like his aerials and stuff, are different weapons. Or his neutral special is a weapon swap, and maybe he kind of like how Shulk has a few different modes he can flip between. You can switch between maybe 2 or 3 different weapons, like the two-handed dagger or the insect glaive. I think that would be really cool. But the main, like everything else kind of goes with what I had in mind, a lot based on Monster Hunter World because that's the one I've played. Down special is sharpen his blade. So you get down, sharpen, it takes like 2 seconds, but then you're buffed up for like maybe 30 seconds or something like that. And it just does more damage and it adds more percentage and it has more knockback. Up special would be the hook shot onto the monster, like the little pterodactyl guy from Monster Hunter World, and it flies you up a little bit. And I think if you're like going for the edge, you can maybe hook right onto the edge and pull yourself right to the edge, things like that, so the pterodactyl doesn't come in, because you do that a little bit in Monster Hunter World. The forward special, I really like. I had a couple of things in mind, but the one I really like is like a leap. Like when you jump off a ledge in Monster Hunter World, and anytime you touch a character, you mount them. So like from the biggest character of like That's Ridley hot. To like Jigglypuff, like you're like mounted on them and like pounding on them, and then depending on like how much health and percentage they have, you can knock them down, and then they'll be like stunned, kind of like a monster is stunned in Monster Hunter. And from there, like you can maybe like charge up a smash attack or something like that. And
skin them,
or skin them,
skin them live.
Man, can you imagine Jigglypuff's skeleton?
Yeah, dude. Fuck yes.
Get a Jigglypuff hide.
It's just soft bone.
But like. Like I just imagine, like depending on their percentage at the time, affects how long they're stunned, and like they're just kind of like how Ridley's down special, where he stabs them with his tail, and like they're like stunned on the ground, like sprawled out. I imagine it's similar to that. But I just really love the idea of like the leap, like the full body leap, and the arms like flailing in the air, like from the ground to nothing.
Yeah.
And I think you could use it as like a recovery move too.
Yeah, like a sideways, or like a horizontal kind of recovery.
Kind of like Little Max.
Yeah, kind of like that. But I just love the idea of him like jumping on any character, no matter how big or small they are. And
mounted on the back of Pikachu, stabbing.
Exactly, like stabbing him, beating him. So the other alt I thought for the neutral special, in case it was something where, like, I feel like in my perfect realization of the hunter would be like, just depending on what attack he does, it'll be a different weapon. He or she. I think there would definitely be alts for gender. And so like all the aerial based attacks would be insect glaive attacks, and maybe some of them would actually like, push them in different directions, just like the insect glaive does. And like the down attack could be like maybe like the smash of like the hammer sword combo thing, or like some of the side smashes could be like the great sword or things like that. So the other possible, if weapon switch isn't the neutral special, one would be a healing potion that takes time to use, and kind of like Robin's thing, like all of Robin's items, it has like a cooldown where you can't use it again.
Or like a limited amount.
Yeah, exactly. Where you have to wait like a minute before you can use it again. It brings your percentage down a bit, but it also like buffs you up a little bit. And other, like, there's so many different things for neutral special, like throwing a potion, throwing a trap, laying a trap. Like, it could be a lot of different things that would be, like, really cool for a Monster Hunter character to use. The final smash I thought about a lot because, like, I'm trying to incorporate, like, actual Monster Hunter stuff into it. I think the one that I like the most, and I think you'll like this the most, Mike, this was, like, when I was thinking of, like, Mike's gonna really like this character, was the final smash. You grab the person and then put them on the fire spit. So, like, you grab the person and, like, throw them on the fire spit and spin it around and it plays the music, and then you hold it up and, like, a Rathalos, like, flies in and grabs them, and that's the smash. Which I think would be so cool.
Or just any kind of monster, or like some random monster.
It could be like a random monster too. Like, the one I had was like the thing with, like, the weird nasal
dinosaur from Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the T-Rex from Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, the T-Rex from Mario Odyssey. But I just really love the idea of, like, throwing them on the fire spit, spinning around, playing the music, and then holding them up, and they're, like, all cooked and horrified, and then just a monster comes in and swoops them up.
Or all have horrible third degree burns all over their body. Why have you done this to me?
But because I was thinking, like, their down special could be the monster, the item spit thing, but I liked the sharpening the blade more. Because you had to get the fire spit and the music in there somewhere. So that is my hunter pitch. I think it is.
How are you incorporating their Palico though? You gotta have the cat.
The Palico was my other idea for the final smash, where they like check into them, like body check into them.
I think that would be like fun taunt stuff. Like,
that could be taunt.
Like a taunt, and like the Palico just like randomly appears, like maybe like in like a background element of the stage, like popped out of the background of the stage and it's like meow.
Yeah, or like they pull them out under off your shoulder and stuff like that, or an assist trophy. That's a Palico.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That would be a pretty fun assist trophy.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with, like, the Monster Hunter. Like, they're totally, like, a viable character because they have so much, like, connection to, like, Nintendo now, and, like, they're pretty much mainly been on Nintendo, and it's just like.
And I feel like the popularity in Japan also is a big thing, since, like, Smash Brothers is definitely, like, Sakurai is very much trying to appeal to the Japanese audience as much as the American audience, if not more. And like, that's a game that is Monster Hunter is a game that is so popular in Japan that it just makes sense.
I feel like it's a totally possible DLC character as well, kind of like Travis.
Yeah. Especially with the Rathalos being a boss.
Yeah.
And everything in this.
That was where the inspiration came from initially, and then like I was saying before we started recording, like, I had the idea. I think when we were at Pax West, I'm like, oh, this would be so fucking cool.
Yeah, and like that's the thing with, like, since the Rathos is in as an assist trophy, but also, like, is a boss thing. You also have to think there's probably Monster Hunter music in this game too.
Yeah, like, they're primed and ready for it.
They probably have to put music in there for it. So yeah, it would just makes sense.
And, like,
the only thing I could see being I don't think it'd be like a major issue because they did have a Mii costume that was a specific set of Monster Hunter gear, but it's always that thing of, like, you're always kind of like a no-name character to an extent, and most other Smash characters are like these very iconic characters besides, like, the Mii fighters.
Yes.
But there are I think, like, like, Monster Hunter has been around long enough where there are, like, I think, iconic armor sets. So like, I guess that would be where they would come in, and they could do like a male and female thing too.
That was what I was thinking. Is like male, female, and like all different armor sets for all the alternate costumes and all the different like full sets of armor.
They could just obviously they'd have like the Rathalos. I feel like would be the main one, and then they can have like some other popular ones like.
Yeah, there are a lot of like iconic Hunter armor sets. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I was thinking was, I guess they could use one weapon, but I was thinking, like, that's where they would show some of the other weapons would be their side smashes.
Yeah,
like other smashes. So like maybe like forward smash could be like a big great sword swing.
That's what I was thinking.
Or like up smash could be like a hammer or something like that. Like that's where I would incorporate stuff like that.
I think the weapon switch would be cool. It would make them a lot more technical, kind of like the Inkling, but it might be too much. But I think I like the idea of the Monster Hunter character being really technical because that game is really technical.
And your idea of totally like having their down special be like a sharpen to like give them buffs, or even like branching that out more to like have Shulk's thing instead of having the weapon swap, maybe having like an item swap, like you can switch it from the sharpening thing to like using like some kind of trap item or like like limited items like the Robin idea.
Yeah.
I think there's like all kinds of ideas for the Monster Hunter character, and like I would totally be cool with seeing that represented in some way, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Pretty cool.
All right, Mike.
So last one here is me. So this time around, well, I was saying this before the show, and I guess I'll say it now. I had a character ready and waiting, fun moveset, all planned out for them, but this recent direct pretty much hard deconfirmed them in any playable form. I was gonna pitch Tom Nook. I'm really bummed that from what they shown, like more than likely he's probably not a character, so that's kind of a bummer. But Isabel still looks cool. It's fine, whatever. So I have another character though. This one will probably. I already have a feeling he is like probably out of how everyone has been pitching characters, on my end, my deep cut character.
Hell yes.
That Scott's ring a bell, so he'll probably. I'm already fun. I just want to pitch it because I love this game from the GameCube era. But I feel like I already am okay. I've already accepted the fact that he will probably be at the bottom of this list with 10 votes, and that is the Custom Robo Commander.
Holy
this
shit.
is my idea.
I was gonna say, if you say Billy Hatcher right here, right now, I'll lose my fucking mind.
I was expecting Goku.
Well, hold on. Custom Robo Commander and Billy Hatcher together. No, I'm just kidding.
No, hell yeah.
Right. If you're not familiar with Custom Robo, it was like a really cool. It's like kind of like a weird, kind of somewhat forgotten Nintendo game. Only one of them I think came over here to the U.S. and that was Custom Robo on the GameCube. But we
got one on 3D or the DS as well. Custom Robo Arena as well.
Custom Robo Arena was on DS. Okay, I knew that one existed. I just wasn't sure. That's cool. But yeah, it was like the simplest. I guess like the simplest way to like dumb it down is it is basically kind of Pokemon-esque, but instead of fighting with Pokemon, you're fighting with like miniaturized robots. But it's like the same idea of like how sometimes it's weird in Pokemon, like you're a young kid and you're fighting this horrible crime organization. There's only one way to do it with Pokemon, but in this case, it's like you're fighting with little like tiny robots that you customize.
A children's arena game.
Yeah, exactly. But it's super cool because it's like an action, like it's like an early action RPG essentially, because like the battles are like real time. You're customizing your own little robot with like all kinds of little guns and rockets, like you can shoot rocket like packs and like different like types of armor to like make them either like kind of like you can make like big tanky characters or like small kind of aerial based characters. So you can do a lot of customization. So that's specifically why I said Custom Robo Commander, because in Smash I would like it to kind of represent more than just like one robot type, because there is in Brawl Ray 01, which is kind of like the box art Custom Robo. Like if you go look up Custom Robo for the GameCube, that's that robot Ray 01 on the box art. He's kind of like I guess like the iconic one. To kind of
hero unit.
Yeah, the hero unit. But there's a whole bunch of other ways to customize him. So I was thinking the Custom Robo Commander could kind of work like the Pokemon trainer, in that they could kind of swap in and out three different styles of robots. Even though that's not necessarily how it works in the game fully. Like it's usually just like a one-on-one fight. But I think that would be a cooler way to represent that series.
You could swap out parts.
Yeah, you could swap.
That's a big thing of that. Like swap out like sets, which would be the same thing.
Yeah, basically, pretty much. So my idea was basically you would have 3 different robots you can kind of choose from. That would be kind of sets, and they would all fall in those ranges. So like the main one you would start with is Ray 01. He's kind of like your all-around fighter. He's quick. He has kind of ranged laser attacks that he can do, but he also has like sword slashes and all kinds of stuff to do from that. Another one would be I think they're called they all have specific names, but they're also like aligned with like they all have like basically types of robos, and then there's also like they all have like a name for those robos. Like one of them are called like aerial beauties or something like that. I forget the specific name, but basically they're more focused on like being aerial and like very nimble and quick. So that would be kind of the other end of like you'd have Rayo 1 as you'd have like the lighter more aerial focused, can kind of like has more than just 2 jumps in the air, can kind of like hover in the air, can kind of, and is mostly like in your face, but can move around quick and fast. Then the third character would be kind of more like tankish and brutish. So they would kind of be heavy. They wouldn't be so necessarily in your face, but more kind of like they would kind of plant themselves and kind of shoot from a distance. Like there's all kinds of cool lock on kind of missile barrage and laser barrage moves that some of those things can have. So I think that character would be more focused on kind of like he wouldn't be in your face, but he would have to kind of plant himself and kind of attack from a distance to be effective, because he's kind of slow and lumbering. So if a character got up in his face, he wouldn't be able to do much against it. So I think that would be like, I think it would just kind of be between those three. But yeah, but basically would be all different variations of that. The lighter character would be more in your face, would have like a lot of sword slashing attacks, maybe some kind of projectile based attacks, but it would basically be like, throwing sword slashes in your face, using kind of aerial movement to get around. Rayo 1, the base one, would kind of have like her standard special would be kind of like a lot of laser fire, but also he would have kind of a couple sword moves, but they wouldn't be like super fast. He would just kind of be an all-around character. And then the tank character, and you can swap them out like the Pokemon trainer essentially. But in Custom Robo, how characters they would come into the battlefield at the beginning of each match, like there's like these weird little cannons that appear, and you can basically like aim the cannons to like launch where your robot goes on the field. So I don't think you'd be able to do that much, but it would just be like that little callback effect of like a little cannon would kind of appear in like the background of the stage, and the little robot box will like shoot out of it, and then like pop out the next robot that you swap to.
Dude, I love it, man. I'm all for more characters like Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah, and basically, I think like I don't have like super specific moves in mind, but again, I think you've gotten a pretty general gist of it. I would say like I had kind of the idea in terms of like, if you played Brawl, they're like very tiny Rayo 1, and like in the game they're obviously very tiny too. They're like action figure size, but I think they would obviously have to kind of make adjustments like they've done for a lot of characters in Smash. I think they would make sense more around the size of like a character like Ness or like Pikachu maybe. So they would still be pretty small, but like kind of they would have to kind of finagle that a little bit. And then for the final Smash, my idea for their final Smash would basically be like a similar idea to Pokemon Trainers, but a little bit more involved, where basically all three of them would come out and do something, but how the move is started, kind of like how Ryu's work, where their position is depends on what move happens. But in this way, basically it'd be whatever robot you're using, how the final Smash starts is different. So like if you're like the more aerial based, like sword based robot, they do kind of like what some sword characters do, where they like launch across the screen super fast. If you catch someone, it'll start the move with them, where they just do like a crazy like flurry, like fly around, like flying off the screen stage slash. And while that's happening, another robot's like leaping out and starts doing like a big laser beam blast like across the center of the stage. And when that's ending, the third one comes out and does like the big tank one comes out and does like a big crazy missile barrage. So basically they would all kind of have their own startup and how you would have to trigger them depending on which one you were. Like you'd either have to like catch a character right in front of you if you're Rayo 1 to like lock them in place and then like leap back and do the big laser, and then it would transition into one of the other ones to do their move essentially.
That's cool.
Is what my idea was for that. But yeah, I think that's obviously like Custom Robo is like kind of came and went like some of these other series, and it's a niche series, but I have very fond memories of that game on GameCube.
We had someone who tweeted into the podcast, Irrational Passions, like once a week asking when the next custom Robo game was coming out.
Hell yeah.
So-
That was secretly me, by the way. I knew about you guys all the way back then. It was just like custom Robo. Where's it at, guys?
Yeah.
I need my tiny robots.
No, I love that. That's great.
Yeah. It's like Nintendo Metabots.
Yeah, basically, like there's that huge zeitgeist in like early 2000s of like that like elementary school teenage boy gets into like either trading cards,
Beyblades or
Pokemon,
custom Robo.
Beyblade, custom Robo, like that style of like basically, hey, we can make this toy that like kids in school will buy endlessly.
Yeah.
And like I think that was Nintendo's attempt to do that, but instead they made like a weird, cool, like niche action RPG.
Cool.
That was a lot of fun. Yes, that's our character pitches for this week.
Hell yeah. Survey's
Yeah,
up.
we did a lot. Survey's up. That'll be 4. There'll be a link down below in the YouTube video. Link down the link. A breath of the wild link down below.
Mike's going to edit a Breath of the Wild link running across the screen here, and if you click him while he's running, it'll take you to the
Yeah,
It'll take you to the super secret.
It'll just be like spinning super fast. I'm making more work for myself, like, and then blinking, and then just like
and then he blows up.
then he blows up in a
And
large
a bunch of
explosion.
dongs appear on screen.
all right.
and we're
don't know what the show's
blacklisted from
And then
We're
Nintendo
blacklisted for
blacklists
YouTube.
us from the video games industry. It's crazy.
Oh no.
Yep. I'm gonna send it right to Reggie Fils-Aimé and be like, "Where's Custom Robo,
Let us
bastard?
be Nintendo
You
partner.
coward!"
You coward. Put Hank Hill in the game.
Put Hank Hill.
Chuck's propane tanks at you.
Who the fuck is Goku? Who the fuck is Goku? I don't care. Put Hank Hill in the game,
Yeah,
coward.
exactly.
Put Dick Van Dyke in the game.
Blessing.
Sir.
Where can people find more of you on the internet?
All right, well, my campsite is called Bless Unleashed. No, I'm playing. So you can find me on Twitter at Blessing Jr. That's spelled Blessing Jr. Not Junior spelled out because I know there's confusion there. OKBeast.com is where I do content. I make videos, articles, all that good stuff. If you don't know who I am by now, what are you doing? I've been on Irrational Passions like a million times.
Like twice.
But yeah,
Calm down.
YouTube.com/OKBeast. Well, I mean, it's like a couple times. Plus the Pax
Okay, yeah,
thing.
plus the Pax thing, yeah. And I was on OK Beast.
Yeah, we've had you on
Pax.
OKBeast a couple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find me all over. But yeah, OKBeast.com. We do videos, articles, podcasts, too many of all those things. And so
Yeah, listen to Super Throne Watch.
yeah, listen to Super Throne, watch the hip hop podcast I'm on, listen to Leaderboard, the self-torture podcast I'm on.
The friendship ending podcast you're on.
Yeah, exactly. The OKBeast podcast is the podcast where we talk about video games and stuff, and so all those places.
Thanks for coming on, Bless.
Good stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a lot of good,
Yeah.
good talk on this episode for sure.
I love talking about
Well,
Smash Brothers, and so
yeah,
for you guys to get the opportunity to actually talk about Smash Brothers for multiple hours is
Oh, yeah.
a dream come true. And so
We're
thank you
here
guys
for
so
it.
much for having me.
That's what we do.
Yeah, man.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, man. I
So
was touchdown for Smash.
I'm right there with you. I would take anybody. I would say fuck all these other characters.
I'm saying Travis touchdown, Skull Kid, and Sora. Those are the 3 left.
Sora would be really cool.
Yeah.
We haven't
Yeah,
talked
Sora
about
would
it.
be
but
good.
Sora would be really cool.
It's like he would be, but like I feel like that has to be some kind of licensing nightmare.
That's
for them.
got to be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
You were so right.
like because even though he is like, I think Square ultimately has the rights to him, like he's so intertwined with like Disney related stuff. I feel like Disney has to have some part in it too.
Yeah.
So I
I
feel
don't
like
know if
that's
they
just
would have much on Sora
'Cause he was-
himself.
Sora's like in like World of Final Fantasy, which is different, but like at least like they can use him to some extent, maybe possibly.
They
Yeah.
would just have to be careful about it, I think.
yeah. I think they would just have to be they'd have to be very
Like to put him in a
straightforward.
game with like Snake and Bayonetta titties would be difficult.
Yeah, possibly.
It's true.
Snake's sweet butt, his nerfed butt.
Yeah.
His nerf butt.
Yeah, they can't.
I was more so talking
Get
about the
around.
guns, but yeah, the butt too.
Nah, you know what I was talking about.
So can we look forward to an Irrational Passions versus OKB Super Smash Brothers tournament
I don't think you guys
extravaganza?
want that. I don't think you guys want that smoke. The thing is, we don't show mercy on the sticks. We don't call them controllers. We call them sticks.
I'm just saying. Oh my god, like fighting game release. Just saying. During Extra Life, the IP versus OK Beast part in Overwatch, we did win.
Yeah, but you guys also, here's the thing, IP versus OK Beast is like, I compare it to Walking Dead of like Rick's group versus the Saviors, where you guys just outnumber us.
It's
in
true.
terms of manpower, and so you're just like, where's the Overwatch squad? All right, you guys come here. You know, it's just me and Alex having to hold down the fort and everything.
I will say we will definitely play Smash together at some point. OK Beast.
We will.
Totally.
Yeah. We'll do it.
A lot of Smash playing for sure.
We'll be smashing.
And it's not long. It's not long from here.
Yeah, hopefully the online's
We're winding down. I think by this time, the next time we're recording an episode of this, it'll be less than like 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And who knows what'll get to be announced. We're so close.
Yeah.
Just talking about Goku.
Talking about Goku. Talking about Sora. Talking about Travis touchdown. Anything is possible right now.
Anything is possible.
Take us out, Mike.
Yeah, we made it again. Episode 3 in the books. It's a very good episode. Once again, thank you, Blessing, for joining us. It was fun having you on.
Hey.
Until next time, smash the like button.
Get smashing.
Smash me,
Daddy.
I got nothing. Hey, bros.
Smash me, Daddy.